Carson Kelly grounded to short. Ortiz makes the play. Ball game over. The Brewers will play for the pennant.
Yes, they will. Woo! What's up, Wisconsin? Good morning. My name is Josh Albrecht. Very happy to have with me this morning my good friend Mitch Thunder Nellis.
Let's go!
You might think, hey, what? It's a little early for all this excitement. No, it's not.
No,
It's
too late.
not.
What time it is? It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
It's the perfect time to be awake,
Woo!
to be pumped, because the Milwaukee Brewers are going to play a game today
Yes, sir.
in the NLCS. Very, very happy to have all of you with us here. We are live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Make sure, as always, to follow us on Twitter. I'm at OnAirJosh. That over there, Mitch, is at ThunderMKE. And, of course, you can follow us at The Fan Milwaukee. Can find out more about us at the website, thefanmilwaukee.com. You can also watch us right now on YouTube. You can search us on the old YouTubes.
Love the YouTube.
At The Fan Milwaukee as well. Please be a part of the conversation today, because this is a great time.
Unbelievable.
To get those emotions out, people. You can do that, of course, on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line, 414-677-1250. That again, 414-677-1250. The Milwaukee Brewers gave me all of the stress.
Yep.
And here's when I know that this is a legit stressful moment, is when everyone else is feeling how I always feel.
Yes. Yeah.
And for game 5, that's how it was. Everyone, I mean, just anyone who was going into this series confident, that was gone in game 5. Everyone was freaking out, and rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
This was such a huge series against the Chicago Cubs. We've been talking about it in the mornings here way before, the Brewers even played. When it was still Cubs Padres. It was, oh my gosh. And then if the Cubs come to town, oh my gosh, how's that going to go? And then they start out 2-0. And we go, all right, we just need to win. We need to win one more in Chicago. That's fine.
Say less.
Nope.
No.
Completely different Brewers team plays at the dump in Wrigley.
And completely different Cubs team.
True.
Right?
True.
It wasn't just the Brewers. A completely different crowd in the arena.
Yep.
I put on Twitter before game 5. I said, it is either catastrophe or euphoria. There's no in between. Right? We are either going to feel this euphoric elation and this sense of relief and joy, or we are going to be so destroyed as human beings that we don't know how to move on with ourselves. And there is no in between based on the results Saturday night at AmFam Field. We are either going to feel great and amazing, or we are going to feel horrible. No in between in this one.
No, there's no in between. And it's because this series wasn't just to move on, right? It was that added pressure of it being against the Chicago Cubs.
Sir, yes, sir.
And so then you watch the Brewers literally play a completely different type of baseball in game 3 and 4. All of the things that got them here, all of the things that everyone has been toting about all season long, gone.
Yep.
Didn't show up.
Nope.
Weren't there.
Nope.
We find out after game 3, we're going to put Freddie out there for game 4. Okay. All right. And hey,
that was a decision.
Big conversation of, well, what would you do otherwise? Well, I don't really know. You go back and forth, And then that didn't go well.
One bad pitch.
Listen.
Determine the game.
It can be the same argument as it was for putting Priester out there in game 3 of, I don't know what you would have done otherwise, but now here you are. So then we go and we're looking to game 5. Not a lot of confidence. The only thing that Brewers fans had was that it was home field advantage. They were coming home.
That turned out to be a pretty big advantage.
And it turned out to be a pretty big advantage as the Brewers come home. They force the Cubbies to pack their bags and head north once again. and then send them home losers.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. The atmosphere Saturday night was just unreal. More Cubs fans there at Game 5 than there were Games 1 and Games 2. Cubs fans really got into the stadium. They weren't that loud. I mean, obviously they were loud when Suzuki hit that home run. But for the most part,
well, sure.
But for the most part, it was one of those, we saw it with Game 5 with Seattle and Detroit. Now that one won 15 innings, but not a lot of offense, not a lot of manufacturing runs. The Brewers had numerous innings with multiple players on base, couldn't come up with a big hit again, but at least showed that they had, the Cubs had no base runners at all.
No.
They had nothing. They were just waiting for somebody to home run, and after Suzuki, it never happened, thankfully. But it was a vibe Saturday night, and I'm telling you, when Terang hit that home run, it was relief, it was joy, it was elation. Uribe still had to get through it, but it was unreal. Just to go from 2-1 to 3-1.
Yeah, it's huge.
Like getting that run meant the
insurance,
world.
Baby. Listen, when we were going through this series, there were a few times that I joined our boy Tommy Wirtz on the leadoff show.
Yeah.
And every time I said my prediction, Brewers win 3-1.
Okay.
And it never happened.
No.
Didn't happen in Game 1. Didn't happen in Game 2. 3-4 sure didn't.
Yeah. 0-6.
Game 5, Brewers win 3-1. Boy, if there was ever a time for me to nail it, that would have been the one. And let me tell you, that was the only home game that I was not on the leadoff show and gave my predictions. So maybe that was the key.
Nice.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's what we needed.
We just needed me to not make the prediction on the show.
Yeah.
Listen, I love how everything changed for, even if people weren't superstitious, they were on for Game 5 on Saturday. People were willing to do absolutely whatever they could to get that game to go as a victory and send this team to the NLCS. We're back in the NLCS for the first time since 2018.
Which is unbelievable. I know people are listening right now on 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, The Fan. I know you're listening on the Odyssey app, but if you're watching on YouTube right now, this yellow really pops. I got a brand new Brewers long.
You did.
Now, what is it? Is it a long?
That's a long sleeve shirt,
right? But it's like more. It's like more than just a t-shirt. I feel like it's like
it's like an athletic material. Yeah.
But I got this at the game Saturday night
at the team store.
I had lots of t-shirts, but I have no sweatshirts. I had no long sleeves. I was like, this is what I want. Man, this yellow looks nice. I'm just saying.
If you're also watching us on YouTube, you're going to see a certain shirt that a lot of people have been buying. The Brewers NLCS shirt from the Brewers team store.
When did you get that?
Yesterday, and we're going to talk about what's happening at the Brewers team store with my buddy Sean Marefka, who is the manager of all thing merchandise at the Brewers team store, because Mitch, people listen to me for the first time in my life.
No.
They went and they bought all the gear.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Very, very few shirts were still available at the team store yesterday. The hats were all gone.
So
all of them.
Oh, so you didn't get a hat?
I don't have a hat now.
I mean, you have a Milwaukee hat.
I do. I have plenty of hats.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But I do not have the NLCS hat. However, there will be more coming. Yes.
Right. It's the power of yet, Josh.
Yes, that is correct. So we will be talking to him.
Do you hate me?
At 8 o'clock. I don't hate
that
you.
I don't buy the gear.
I'm not going to tell you how to fan.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. I'm not a division by division. I'm a end of the season. I needed something for right now, but let's see what happens at the end of the season, and then I will buy something based on that.
See, I hate that mentality.
Why?
Because you're telling me if the Brewers lose this series, then you're going to go buy an NLCS?
No, I'm not.
So then you're not. So then that leads to you never buying the gear unless they win the whole damn thing.
I don't want an NLCS shirt.
Well, that's dumb. This shirt looks great, and I'm super happy to have it.
It does look great.
And let me tell you,
that
I still have my 2011 NLDS shirt.
And what are you doing with it?
I wear it.
Why?
Because it reminds me of happy times. It was great.
It reminds me of sad times. Like I see it a different way. I think I get sad when I'm reminded that the Brewers didn't make the World Series in 2018. Like that makes me like all right. Like last year, I would not wear a wild card shirt that they made the wild card round last year. that they were in the playoffs
The
last year.
wild card,
Because
the
Pete
wild card's a
Alonso-
little bit different.
All right, okay, all right. I'm glad
I mean, you should still buy all the gear, but
right.
that's a little bit different. So
I
anyway,
don't buy no gear. I mean, I have a shirt.
Yes. I mean,
Can you believe
I'm
there's
just
a game
saying buy
already
all of it.
tonight? Like, can you believe we are like still in the euphoria of beating the Cubs, and there's a game tonight at 7:08?
No.
And we still don't know who's starting?
This came up quick, and we are going to be getting into all of this, and we want you to be a part of it. Please join us. Let us know, especially, were you there? Were you there for Game 5? Where were you watching the game? What were your thoughts? I'll tell you, I was in New York. Celebrating my birthday, my son's birthday. We went to the New York City Comic-Con.
Now?
Yeah, it feels like it.
Amazing.
And so I was there just pacing, trying desperately to not ruin his birthday trip, freaking out about a baseball game.
Throw up everywhere.
Man, was I hoping that Game 4 was going to be just it, and then I could just go and enjoy the entire weekend with him. Nope. Brewers said, nah, you're going to have to stress about it the entire weekend, and we'll take care of it Saturday night. But they did.
Sucker.
They did take care of it, and that's what matters most. But we want to know, where did you watch the game, your reactions to the game, and then later in the show today, because there is a game today.
Yeah.
The Brewers play baseball today for Game 1 of the NLCS.
Unbelievable.
We will talk about and start breaking down our thoughts, our analysis of Game 1, and what to expect going up against the Dodgers again.
Yeah.
Just like if it was 2018.
Just like 2018. And I don't think we have rosters yet. But, man, if Brandon Woodruff could hit a home run off of Clayton Kershaw
that would be really cool.
I mean,
unfortunately.
You don't think it's going to happen?
Well, Woody already confirmed he is not.
Yeah.
He's not. He's out. He's out for the NLCS.
I had a dream.
I had
a dream that he'd be back.
He might be there for the World Series if the Brewers are there.
Can he just suck
for the
it
World
up,
Series?
Bitch?
I don't think that's smart.
It's definitely not smart.
Okay.
I'm not looking for smart here. I'm looking as a fan. Woodruff being hurt changes the entire complexion of the starting rotation.
100%.
And if he was here, the Brewers, the last series would not have gone 5, and they have a much better chance to beat the Dodgers. And I just want to say to Woody, like, I love you. And I know you've had these injuries, and I know you've come back, but like, if it's not the shoulder, if it's an oblique, or if it's whatever it is, like a muscle in the side, like, can you just pitch through it, bro? Can you just give us 5?
No.
Because you're amazing. You are an amazing, amazing pitcher. I just want you to can't you just get a shot? Can't they give you an epidural or something?
Can you imagine pitching with an epidural? Do you know how epidurals work? That is the opposite of what would help him.
It would just numb everything, right?
Yeah, to where like he can't stand.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, professional athletes, you and I wouldn't be able to stand. I would bet Woody could stand.
With an epidural.
Yeah. Not a pregnancy epidural, just like a back epidural.
Just like a little tiny epidural. Just like a one.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Brandon Woodruff will not be pitching or batting for that matter in the NLCS.
By the way.
Yeah, still my favorite Brewer moment in the history.
Together, right?
Yes, it was.
We were
at that game together. Okay. Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was 1 or 2.
I'm glad you remember.
So was it me and you and my wife and her sister?
Yes.
It was the 4 of us at that game?
Or I don't know. There were
were
like 7 people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I know that it was amazing. I know that this whole run from this Brewers team has been amazing. And I know that it's going to be talked about all day today, including on Wisconsin Sports Daily with Sparky starting at 2 p.m. tonight. And then Tommy Wirtz is going to get you ready for the leadoff show for Game 1. Both shows are going to be broadcasting live from Kelly's Bleachers on Blue Mound.
It's like our home away from home.
Courtesy of Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea.
Peach.
Right here on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM.
Peach.
The Fan. Very, very excited for that. I'm going to be there tonight. I'm going to be at the game.
You're going to be at the game tonight?
I'm going to be at the game
I
tonight.
as well will be at the game tonight. Let's go.
I'm very excited for how loud it's going to get because now you don't worry about I mean, how many Dodgers fans are traveling?
7.
There will be some.
No, there's Dodgers fans,
but it's not going to be like the Cubs fans
in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but it's going to be literally. You're only going to hear them if something terrible happens and 39,555 other people go silent.
Yeah, no, it'll be raucous. It'll be party time. I know I was watching an interview with Aaron Ashby on MLB Network that he did yesterday, where they asked, like, how late did you guys stay out Saturday night? And we might play it later, we might not, but he said, oh, it was later than I thought. I think my wife and I got home at 1:30. And I'm like, 1:30?
1:30?
You should have got home at 4.
Right.
You said that was
you shouldn't
late?
have gone home yet. How are you?
You think that was late, bro? Like,
come on, not for what you just accomplished.
But I think the fans are ready. I think we're excited. I do run into a little nervousness about, like, are people saving money for like game 6 and 7? Or are people saving money for, knock on wood, what may happen in the future? And what does game 1 and game 2 look like? I will tell you, if you have an opportunity to go to the game, go to the game. Don't sell your tickets. Don't stock up for the next round or for later games.
Because it's not guaranteed.
Right. Tomorrow is not promised. We all hope there's tomorrow, but tomorrow's not promised.
I mean, there's a game scheduled for tomorrow.
There's a game scheduled for tomorrow. Real quick, Josh, I do want to make mention our Green Bay Packers did win a football game.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's
right. and that's a very good point.
I know we're very Brewers heavy, as we should be, but our football team did win a game.
One of the things about doing radio here in Milwaukee with the fan that I was very excited about when I jumped on board was the ability to not be forced to talk about one thing or another as a Wisconsin sports fan. Am I happy the Packers won? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's all Brewers.
Yeah.
Did the Packers win? Yes. We're going to end up talking to Andy Herman later in the show. Yeah. There will be a little bit of Packers sprinkled in. Right. But if you're not focused on the Milwaukee Brewers this morning, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Or will James Franklin be the next Badgers head coach?
What?
I mean,
that's how far down that is on my list of priorities right now. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
I mean, it's so out of it. It's all Brewers right now. For the first time since 2018, they are playing a baseball game in the NLCS, and it just so happens to be against the same team that they did it, the LA Dodgers.
I know they're playing the Dodgers, Josh.
Yes.
Did you have an interest in Dodgers or Phillies? Like, did you care who they played? Do you hate one of those teams more than the other team? Like, did you care about who that matchup? It doesn't matter now.
I did
Dodgers,
want Philly.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people didn't want Philly because they thought Philly was the better team.
Because of how Philly showed up here in September and won 2 out of 3 and played well against the Brewers.
Yeah, and in that argument, right, then they'd say, well, the Dodgers, got blanked by the Brewers. They killed them this year.
Can't we just use those games and say, like, oh, no, it's a sweep?
No, and that's the difference is that now when the games count for a lot more, these future Hall of Famers that wear Dodgers uniforms are a lot better than they were when the Brewers faced them in the regular season. And so, I would have preferred the Phillies and not the Dodgers because the Dodgers wrecked their path to the NLCS. I mean, they wrecked it. They swept the Reds. They kicked the crap out of the Phillies. I understand that they didn't sweep them, but they kicked the crap out of them. And now they're coming to Milwaukee. And we hope that you are just as excited as we are for that game. You're going to join us tonight for the leadoff show with Tommy Wartz over there at Kelly's Bleachers on Blue Mound. Of course, courtesy of Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea.
You were there for game 2, right?
Yes.
You did the whole show with him?
I did the show with him.
That's the one that I drove around for like 20 minutes.
Couldn't find a parking spot.
Park because it was so popular because everybody just wants to see Tommy and Josh.
Yeah, everyone.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, that was it.
And
everyone was very excited.
Vodka. And drink Sun Cruiser Vodka.
Yes. And then go see, I don't know, a Brewers game.
A baseball game, yeah.
That they did end up winning. And so that was fantastic. And we hope the same thing happens tonight. We hope you'll join us there. We hope you'll join us now and be a part of this amazing moment happening in Milwaukee sports history, because that's what it is, folks. This is Milwaukee sports history happening, and we all get to be a part of it. Very, very excited for that. Coming up next, we're going to have I Have Questions, because despite all the happiness, there are still things to discuss, and I still have questions. And Mitch, I know that you do as well. And so we are going to get to that when we come back. I'm Josh, that's Mitch, and you're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Josh, you're my hero.
And Vaughn with a drive. Left field. Pretty deep. This ball is gone! Andrew Vaughn has vaulted the Brewers into the lead in Game 5.
Goodbye, baseball. Hello, NLCS. Oh, my. If you're watching us on YouTube, you're like, Josh, what's going on right now?
Josh, what's going on right now?
I don't know. My camera's just completely out.
Do you know how to make it blue?
I don't know.
Is it red or green?
It's red.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's fine. It just happens every single time. We're having fun here this morning.
Technology.
It's a blast. I'm Josh. That's Mitch.
Yeah, boy.
We are live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We got to clear a little bit of air. Yes, Mitch is here.
Hi, I'm here.
And I'm always happy when Mitch Thunder Nellis is joining me in the mornings. Where's Trevor? Trevor's not here right now.
Yep.
And we hope it's temporary and that he'll be back very, very soon because I love him and I miss him.
And mornings are stupid.
And we have a lot to celebrate. You can.
Yeah.
Mornings itself might be disappointed or irritated with you, but I'm not mornings.
But no, that's fair.
I am happy that all of you are here with us, listening this morning on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, being a part of the show. That, of course, 414-677-1250. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. I am at OnAir Josh. Mitch is at Thunder MKE, and you can follow the station at The Fan Milwaukee. You can watch us live on YouTube and see that camera that's not working at The Fan Milwaukee. Yeah, but it's just like, I got to be like down here. That's at The Fan Milwaukee on YouTube as well. In this part of the show, we always do I Have Questions.
Ooh, okay.
Mitch, I'm going to let you start here. Do you have any questions?
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
My first question is, who the bleep is Mitch?
You're Mitch. Answered it. Nailed it.
So you did nail it.
Yep. Next question.
For those of you who are watching Game 5 on TBS, you know that there was someone behind home plate that had a sign that said, I love Mitch. And my wife immediately texted me and said, I paid someone to hold that sign. And I said, no, you didn't. She said, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Which was a great line by her. Because I was at the game, so I didn't see the sign. And then I started getting all these texts and all these, like, people on Facebook and Twitter are like, who is this Mitch? And I kept writing back. I just wrote back, I'm right here. Right? Whether it's me or not.
Yeah, I know. I'm right here.
And so who is Mitch? Somebody said it was for Garrett Mitchell. Could be.
It could have also just been for a different Mitch. Like,
what? Who gave permission for there to be another Mitch? I'm Mitch. I'm Thunder, I guess.
I was going to say, you're Thunder. There are other Mitches.
Right.
If the sign would have said, I heart Thunder, I would have been like, okay, someone specifically in Milwaukee is trying to.
But we would never say,
profess their love.
Heart Thunder.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct. We would never say that.
Okay, so that's question number one. I have another question.
Yes, please.
Why does PCA jump for balls that are 40 feet over his head? I know he's a blue-haired freak, and he's an amazing athlete. He did make one amazing catch.
Yeah, let's talk about this guy.
But, like, Jackson Churio in Game 2, the ball was 40 feet, and it's like now a meme that PCA jumps to the ball. Bryce Terang's ball was a good 20 feet over his head, and he again jumped and fell down. PCA, what are you doing?
He's going for it. Listen, there's something about this guy. First of all, PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Eat some.
Okay, a heck of a name on this dude. And he is what I look at as a very emotional baseball player. Puts it all out there in everything he does. He cannot hold his emotion back.
Love him if he's on your team, hate him if he's on the other team.
I definitely think that is a situation to where you understand and appreciate who he is if he's wearing your uniform and not if he's wearing someone else if he's wearing someone else's. Because as Brewers fans, we all looked at this guy like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? What is this guy doing? Who is this guy? I mean, because it was more than that. Like, you saw him, he had a pop-up in one of the games, and he like was so mad. He was mouthing off on getting called for a strike 3 where he tried to hold up and yelling at the ump down the line.
Yep.
And then you saw him pouting in the dugout. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but I truly think that it's all just because he's not on our team. If he was a Milwaukee Brewer and he made those jumps, I promise you, we are turning this whole narrative around. Of course. Well, that's his classic, PCA. That's what he does. He knew he wasn't going to be able to, but because he's a Cub, we're like, man, what is it? What's wrong with this guy? He was never going to go. Look, he's making himself into a meme.
Right.
And so, and trust me, and I love that. I love that we have the ability to do that, and that he's not on our team.
So I'm going to flip it on you. We did not see the emotion from Miz in Game 5 that we saw in Game 2. Game 2, remember, Miz takes the ball at the first himself, and they go, ah!
Oh, yeah, he was all freaking out.
So Cubs fans hated that.
Yes.
Cubs fans are like, what are you celebrating for in the third inning of the second game of the series? Like, what a loser, what a joker. Again, if Miz was a Cub, they would have been like, oh, look at this guy's emotion. I love it so much. Is this a case in like where you are the I don't want to say you're the arbiter, but you've created a persona. Don't tell me how to fan. Like, people are allowed to fan how they fan. Is this also a case of like players with emotion are as long as they're not hurting somebody? Like, I don't know if you saw the end of the Lions Chiefs game last night where Branch sucker punched.
I did see that. Yeah.
Where he
saw it this morning.
Like, you can't do that.
No.
But as long as you're a player showing emotion, not hurting the other team, like, yes, that means the other fan base is going to hate you. But I think we lean into that. I think we like that, right? Like, we like when Miz shows that emotion.
Well, there were some people that were like, that was a little weird.
Yeah.
But
he's 23. He has the emotion. You got to let it out.
And here's the thing. Then we didn't see it. We saw him
under control.
Pitch great and complete. So I don't know. I don't know that we truly do love it because we loved Miz just as much when he was under control and locked in. That being said, let's talk about the emotion from Trevor McGill.
Okay. Yeah.
I have questions.
Okay. Go for it.
Going into Game 5.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that the Brewers and Pat Murphy would actually put who used to be their closer, now setup man, out there to start the game?
So do you want me to blow your mind? So in one of my group chats with two of my best friends from high school, we called it the night before. We said, just watch. He's gonna shock us all. We admitted it was going to be a shock. We admitted it was not what we would do. I think we all agreed that it was either Priester or Quintana. And Tommy had convinced me that they should go with Quintana to go lefty against Bush. But it did not, the way Murph thinks, it did not shock me that they went with a guy who can throw 101 in the first inning just to get a clean first.
Okay, here's why it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying it's not crazy.
Here's why it's crazy. Because fans, after Game 3, said, all right, we just need to get through the first inning, apparently.
Yeah.
Right? We all joke. We are not in charge of setting lineup, starting pitching. We are just fans.
Yeah.
Pat Murphy actually does this. This is his job to make those decisions. How often is it that you're sitting around having 2-tree with your buddies and you have an idea?
Having how many?
And you just 2-tree. No, and you say, I just think we got to start someone here to get out of the first inning. And then you see something like that become reality.
Right.
I was stunned. I went,
yeah,
I love it. I loved it. I couldn't believe they were doing it.
Yes.
Then when you saw McGill get out of that inning, first inning, and he just
8 pitches.
And he throws his hands in the air
because
he's just
dominant.
So into it. And that, to me, the pitching was great, but seeing him come off the mound, and they did everything right. They didn't have him start out of the dugout, come out. He comes out of the pen. They have his walk-up music exactly the same.
Yep.
They keep everything for him exactly the same.
Dude, when his music
hit,
the place went nuts.
Yes.
Like the place, we blew the lid off of AmFam Saturday night to start the game because we were so excited about McGill coming in from the bullpen, not from the dugout, having the music. It was
amazing. It be exactly as if it was already the eighth inning.
Yep.
He is so, but then when he, and I absolutely love the switch in composure. You know, the Miz was a little much. The Miz was a little much in that second game or first game, whatever it was. But when you look at the way he pitched, and then when McGill's throwing his hands up and he's just like and he said some expletives and we're gonna win. How do you not get that jacked? You
No,
absolutely
Yeah.
get jacked for that. And that's why I love that Murph took the chance to not be what the MLB, what other teams, what other managers are.
Right.
To flip the script.
Yes.
To do something like this that no one realistically thought a manager of a Major League Baseball team would do.
Yep.
Puts him out there, and then to have him walk off the mound with that energy, it just immediately sent it to, we got through the first inning, let's go, boys. Yep. And then that's exactly what happened, and they end up winning.
Do we respond to questions? Like if people have
absolutely,
responses,
please,
but they don't have questions, they have responses to what we asked. Like 414 wrote in, PCA is a product of youth travel baseball. From the baby dip in his mouth to the little pierced earring, slamming the bat, jumping into the wall. Only thing missing is the Road Warrior face paint that most youth players wear. I don't know that that's what youth players wear, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, like I'm here for the Road Warrior face paint.
Here's the thing, and thank you for texting in this morning, 414. You can, of course, join us as well, 414-677-1250. There are like 12. We'll get to them.
Yeah.
However, all of that feeling and comment from you is because he was not a Milwaukee Brewer.
Right.
If he was doing all of that as a Milwaukee Brewer, you're not sending that text this morning.
No.
And so that's what I think is really funny about it. I'm glad you feel that way because he's part of our rival.
I've got questions.
Okay.
I've got the real question.
Okay, what's the question?
There's only one question today. Who's starting the game for the Brewers? Who's opening, starting?
I don't know. And I don't know. And here's the other thing.
Right.
Okay?
That's the question today, though, right?
This was going to be part of my question.
Okay.
You brought up in the first segment, Mitch, about Brandon Woodruff.
Yeah.
And how you just wanted to be out there. Obviously, we all do. We want him to be ready. We are going to the NLCS. This is the biggest difference between 2018 and 2025. Is that in 2018, we had a rotation. There is no rotation. There is Freddie Peralta and there is Quinn Priester. Mm-hmm. That's it. You have Quintana, but tell me right now, do you feel like Quintana is the third starter?
I do.
No.
I do.
Well, he sure as heck wasn't in the NLDS.
I know, but I think the way he pitched in game 3 showed that he could be the number 3 starter.
What I'm saying is, my question
they
is,
don't have 3. They only have 2 starters.
How many times can this team win
starter.
games on bullpen games? Because they've been doing it really well so far, but are they going to make it to the World Series having 2 or 3 bullpen games out of 7 games if this goes? I mean, it is nuts. It is absolutely nuts. Q joining us here on the YouTubes. He said it's patchwork pitching.
Yeah.
It's true. That's what it is.
You've got Freddie for 2 and 6. That's all you know.
Well, you figure you're going to have Priester go 2 games.
You figure. I mean, I think
unless he gets the yips again, I guess in his first.
I think Priester goes 1 and 5. I think Quintana goes 3. I think 4 is a bullpen game.
Yeah, at least.
That's what I think.
At least.
Right?
And here's the other thing, too, is that, and this was another thing that I talked about last week.
Okay.
Bullpen games.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to define that because Priester started, didn't do well.
That was not a bullpen game.
But he went
into one because he struggled. The plan was for him to go 5 or 6.
So, but then it became a bullpen game. Right. You just said that. Yes. So if it became a bullpen game and then the next game is an scheduled bullpen game, now you had 2 bullpen games.
Or the previous game was. 2 was a bullpen game. 3
Correct.
became a bullpen game. 4 was Freddie, and 5
was a bullpen game.
Was a bullpen game. Although you could almost say 5 turned into McGill opened, and then Mizorowski was your starter.
Yeah. What I'm doing.
4.
My question is, am I taking crazy pills? How are the Brewers doing this? How are we in the NLCS with multiple bullpen games?
Yeah.
This is insane.
It is. That's exactly right. You literally just answered your own question, and you did a really good job doing it, and you have a great T-shirt.
Thank you. Yes, I do. Yeah. And you can get one down at the Brewers team store. We're going to talk to our buddy Sean Refka, who does all merchandising for the Milwaukee Brewers down there at American Family Field at 8 a.m. this morning. Make sure to tune in for that. We have all of the fun you're used to.
The team store, I believe, opens at 11 a.m. today. So just in case
there you go.
In case you want to get your gear before the game. Tonight.
Yes, and make sure once the parking lots open, you cannot go and park and go into the stadium to get that merchandise too.
Right.
Because it's a game
you
day.
need a
So
ticket to get into the game.
correct. So be aware of
Good
that
point.
as well. We will answer any of those questions. If you have questions about buying all the gear or the gear in general, make sure to get those in. You're also going to want to get your morning mind dumps ready
Yes, you are.
for 7 a.m. What do you need to get off your chest from this last weekend? Maybe it's a way that you feel about the game tonight. Let us know. Get it in on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line 414-677-1250. Coming up next, we have the most electrifying sound of the day. A ton of them to choose from, but we will be getting to that next. I'm Josh. That's Mitch. And you're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Let's go.
What's going on, Wisconsin? Welcome back to the Fan. I'm Josh Albrecht. That's Mitch Nellis joining me over there.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, buddy. Very, very excited. We are pumped up. We are amped. We are ready to go. And you should be too, because this Brewers team is giving you plenty of reason to do so. We are live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at On Air Josh. Mitch is at Thunder MKE. You can follow the station at The Fan Milwaukee. You can also watch us live on YouTube at The Fan Milwaukee. Got my camera fixed during the break, so that's good.
Nicely done.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And in this segment, this is our most electrifying sound of the day, and it is brought to you by our friends at Best Electric. Remember, no job is too big or too small for Best Electric. Don't stress. Connect with the best. Call them today or visit them online at bestelect.com.
Terang the batter. And Terang drives one. Center field. Way back there. Gone! Bryce Terang. His biggest swing as a Brewer. A huge homer in the seventh. And Milwaukee leads 3-1.
Woo! Thank you, TBS. That was unbelievable. When he hit it, you could just tell sometimes the way guys hit balls that it's gone. Suzuki's ball, and all four home runs were hit better Saturday night than any other ball. There were a couple line drives, but the second he hit it, I was sitting with my brother-in-law, Trey, and my buddy, Brent, and I just turned and started hugging. I knew. I didn't even see it go out. I didn't even see PCA fall down.
You just knew.
I knew it was gone. I just started hugging. I started thinking about Tommy because we've been talking about Bryce Terang since March and how much we love Bryce Terang. And it's just that the game's not over. But to go from up 1 to up 2, you have a little margin.
In the seventh, too.
Right.
We're not talking about the third.
No, you got a little margin for error now. And it just feels so much better being up 2 runs than being up 1 run.
And let's also focus on the fact that, I mean, before we even get to what that meant to the game, to the team, to the city, let's talk about what that had to mean for Bryce Terang, who needed it so badly. He was not having a good last couple of games. It looked awful.
That's putting it
awful
kindly.
In Chicago. I mean, not even good at bats, much less just outs.
Waving the bat at nothing.
Awful at bats in Chicago. To come back after, I don't even know what he had earlier in that game. But
I believe he was 0 for 3 with 1 strikeout. He did hit
He
did hit a ball to the warning track in left that looked like it might have enough, but it did not.
Yeah, beautiful swing from Terang.
He was 2 for 19 in the series before that. He only ended 3 for 20, but a home run, that was pretty big.
That's the thing. Yeah. That home run there changed everything.
Yeah.
It changed everything. I think everyone in that stadium, not saying that they let all of the air out and took a deep breath, but a little bit to where they could relax a little bit. I mean, insurance runs, huge. That had to be such a huge, oh my gosh, okay, this is going to happen for the entire team, getting locked in to finish it out in the 8th and 9th. And then that's exactly what happened. Great for Terang, huge, amazing call. Loved the call. And then it also gave us one more, PCA meme on top of it. That is your the most electrifying call and sound of the day, brought to you by our friends at Best Electric. Check them out at bestelect.com.
And real quick, I just wanted to give a shout out to Best Electric. I actually just had them recently take our internet cord, which comes into our guest room, and they sent a hard wire down to my basement office. Because I was having some internet issues down.
When don't we all have internet issues?
And now I have a plug-in. Now I have a straight plug-in to my computer. So guess what I don't have anymore? I don't have issues anymore. Thank you to Best Electric for doing that.
Yeah.
And real quick, it wasn't the most electrifying, but I did have a chance to ask Murph about Bryce Terang in the post-game press conference. And Murph said that, he hit the first ball 102. He just hit it a little high. He was trying to see the ball longer. Seeing it means you don't always get out into the front of the zone, and that means you're not getting a home run. So we just talked, hey, you're a great hitter. This is just a couple games. You're doing great. You're not getting results, but you're doing great. Just keep swinging the bat. And that's what Bryce Turang did. Just keep swinging the bat. He's too good of a hitter. Even before he was a home run hitter, he was too good of a hitter to go through this 2 for 19 slump with 8 strikeouts. He does strike out a lot, but nice to see him get that. And hopefully he can propel that at bat and that momentum into the NLCS, because if he comes with that attitude with Blake Snell on the mound tonight, interesting how the odds on the game, the Brewers were the favorite in game 1 when there were no starters announced. When the Dodgers announced Blake Snell, the Dodgers immediately became pretty significant favorites. Now, I think we're all waiting to hear, is it Priester? Is it an opener, then Priester? Is it Quintana? I know somebody on the text line, the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line said, didn't Murph say it was going to be an opener and then Quintana? No, he said in the press conference yesterday that he likes that, but that's not it. But he had no decisions have been made as of yesterday.
Right. And you have to remember as well just how complicated this is, because they have to not only focus on winning the game every day, but now we've reached best of 7. This is best of 7 territory, which makes it a little bit more difficult when you don't have a solid 5-man starting rotation, which the Brewers absolutely do not. Justin from the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line says, Justin's from Port Washington. He said, simply put,
I know it.
Brewers are good. Badgers are bad. Packers are still a mystery.
I think that's fair.
I love that text because it's a perfect lead in to our morning mind dump.
Oh, that's such a good mind dump.
Which is coming up next. Please get your mind dumps in this morning on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, 414-677-1250. Don't know what I mean when I say that. I mean, the coffee is in the system.
It's kicked in.
It's time to stretch it out. You get that off your chest so you can go on with your day. What are you frustrated with? What are you thinking about? What are you noodling up there in your brain that you're just like, man, I just got to get this out. Get it out right now on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, 414-677-1250. We will tell you what ours are as well. When we come back, I'm Josh. That's Mitch.
Hi.
And you are listening live from the 1250 a.m. and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Brewers down to their final out. Carson Kelly grounded to short. Ortiz makes the play. Ball game over. The Brewers will play for the pennant.
Yes, they will.
Thank God.
Man, can listen to that 100 times. Have listened to that call 100 times. The Milwaukee Brewers are playing in the NLCS. They take care of the Cubs.
Sir, yes, sir.
Took 5 games, but they got it done. I'm Josh. That's Mitch. You're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Welcome into Hour 2. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at On Air Josh. Mitch is at Thunder MKE. You can, of course, follow the station at The Fan Milwaukee. Watch us live on YouTube as well at The Fan Milwaukee. And join us on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line 414-677-1250. We're looking for your morning mind dumps right now. We got a bunch of them coming in. We appreciate that. But get yours in if you don't know what the heck we're talking about when we say that. Morning mind dump. You had your coffee.
What the heck do you mean by that, Josh?
Let me tell you, Mitch. You had your morning coffee. You woke up, but now you just got to get this stuff off your chest, out of your brain, so you can start your day, so you can go through your day. You got a busy day today, Wisconsin sports fans. You got a busy day because it's game 1 of the NLCS. So what do you need to get out so you can get your day started? That's what we do here on the Morning Mind Dump. I'm going to go first, Mitch, because here's mine.
Love it.
Yesterday, the Green Bay Packers played a football game.
True story.
They won that football game.
True story.
Before that, the Wisconsin Badgers played a football game.
Debatable.
They lost that football game.
True story.
I don't care.
Okay.
I hate saying that.
Yeah.
I love all of these Wisconsin sports teams. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the Badgers are a far third.
Right.
But I love all of them. I'm just so in Brewers right now.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, usually I have multiple text groups, text chats with different people going during Packers games. All of us were like, so just win and stay healthy, right? That's it for today. And everyone was just like, yep.
For the Packers.
Yep. For the Packers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Win and stay healthy. Win and stay healthy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And then that was it.
Yeah.
And then the game happened. And then it was like right back to Brewers and focusing on what we had just done and what they're about to do.
Right.
Is that bad? Is that bad that especially with the Green Bay Packers, they play so few games that it wasn't like it was the bye week, right? Last weekend, it was they had a bye. Yeah. We could focus we were thankful that we could be focusing on Brewers because there wasn't a Packers game.
That is correct.
There was a Packers game that needed attention. I felt like it was there. It was a baby in its crib that needed to come out. Someone needed to pick it up. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I already have this baby over here I'm holding that I'm taking care of right now. And it's just crying in the crib. But what about me? And I was like, maybe someone else can come get you. I can't right now. Is that bad?
No, it's not bad. Listen, we live in the state of Wisconsin, and we all recognize that. And we understand that the Green Bay Packers rule among all other things. And that's always just been the way it is. That doesn't mean that's the right way. That doesn't mean that's the right thing. That doesn't mean that always has to be true. And I think that it's hard for a lot of people to admit that. And I think there's still a lot of people who the Packers are number one, no matter what. Brewers in the World Series, Bucks in the NBA championship, Badgers in the Rose Bowl, whatever it might be, that it's always going to be Packers number one. And that's okay. Again, we know we live in the state of Wisconsin, but there are other cities, there are other states, there are other markets where we don't care what they do or what they think, but that football isn't always number one. And football doesn't always have to be number one. Well, I know there's a little heresy to me saying that, but I just want people to realize that we just saw the Brewers finish with the best record in all of Major League Baseball. They had an epic 5-game series against the Chicago Cubs. We know how much emotion was involved in that with Craig Counsell, with the fans, with the people that we live with day in and day out from Milwaukee to Chicago, back and forth and back. And it's okay to take a momentary pause from all Packers all the time. All right, we've heard that so often from all the other idiotic radio stations that exist in this market. All Packers all the time. Shut up. Okay. The Brewers are in the NLCS, and that's okay.
Mitch getting fired up today.
Yeah.
Listen, there was a reason for it too. This isn't a dilemma that I am in often.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a ton of overlap between the Brewers and the Packers that is super meaningful, right? So if it is happening, it usually means the Brewers are doing something pretty spectacular.
Yes. Yeah.
This is pretty spectacular. This is what needs to be the focus in my mind. And I think in the city's mind, Mumford & Sons had a concert over the weekend.
Sold out at Pfizer Forum.
Which,
by the way, morning mind dump. Or I have questions. Mumford & Sons is still selling out arenas? Like,
apparently,
didn't they have their biggest hits like 10 years ago?
No clue.
Just checking.
But they're playing a song. It's a slow song, whatever. And the whole arena just starts cheering and screaming and losing their mind because they're at this thing. They bought the tickets. They're not going to sell them, but they are all just focused on Game 5 and the Brewers going on to the NLCS. And that is what I'm sitting here going, I have this guilt, this guilt that I feel as a Wisconsin sports fan for not caring enough as the Packers. But then I see that stuff and I go, it's okay. It's okay because everyone recognizes the importance of what's happening with the Milwaukee Brewers right now. Yeah. That's my morning mind dump. We want to get yours. Do it right now on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, 414-677-1250. We got a bunch of them coming in. 414 said, my morning mind dump, the Packers play with no urgency, both offensively and defensively. They're like good boxers and without a knockout punch. I really hope we can start putting teams out, you know? That's Tommy in Bayview. Well, Tommy.
Tommy, love you, buddy.
Few things here. First of all, and let's get to this first and foremost. The Brewers are in the NLCS. Okay?
True story.
Now, this is your morning mind dump, not mine. So let's focus on this. Yeah. They won the game. We had a feeling coming that even out of the bye that we still don't know this team's identity. I still can't tell you what the heck it is.
Right.
Is it their defense? Is it their offense?
Is it their head coach?
I don't know. I can tell you this. They found a way to win. And that's what I need their identity to be, is that they find ways to win. Yeah. And so they did that against a Bengals team that is not very good. And so a lot of people are going to overanalyze with that. And there will be time for that. But right now, they won the game. And I'm okay having that be what needed to happen. Absolutely. Teacher Tom here with his mind dump. Yeah. He said, beating the Cubs left me relieved instead of excited. Why are Packer fans so mad at the defense? They only allowed 18 points. Okay, so two different things there.
All right, the first one.
Yes, let's focus on beating the Cubs.
Absolute. I understand relief when winning a series versus elation. Like, I get it. The Brewers were supposed to win. They were up 2-0. It should have been an easier series than it was. And so to get to Game 5 and have stress in Game 5, yes, there's absolute feeling of relief. But make sure, Teacher Tom, that you save some room in your heart for excitement. It's okay to, once you get past that relief, to then feel excitement. But
perfect example.
But we're less than 12 hours away.
Here's a perfect example, Teacher Tom. You ever have it?
We are 11 hours and 59 minutes away. Just saying.
Yes, it's going to happen before you know it.
Literally.
Teacher Tom, you ever have one of those situations where, like, you're hanging out with a buddy and they slip and they fall, and your first reaction is to be like, "Are you okay?" And then they stand up and they're like, yeah, I'm fine. And then you burst into laughter because first you needed to make sure they were. That's the same thing. You're okay to feel that relief because you don't have to deal with what Cub fans were going to say to you or having to have that hang over your head. But the second that worry leaves your body, enjoy it, brother. Yeah. Enjoy it, because these opportunities, these moments do not come along very often. Nick in West Bend says he was at the Jordan Davis concert at Summerfest.
That was also,
he said the same thing happened there. Once we got that third out, being the Brewers, the place erupted. It seemed like everyone at the concert was just watching on their phones.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. It's like, listen, I have plans, right? Like, I'm not going to get my money back for this, but I'm all in on this Brewers team.
I love that we had, what do we have? 16,000 at Fiserv?
Yeah.
I love that we have 25,000 at Jordan Davis. 40,000 people around the state, around the city of Milwaukee.
Just a city.
All going, let's go Brewers at other events. And then go back to enjoy your concert. Go back to doing your thing.
Keep in mind, and then you also had almost 50,000 in American Family Field at the same time.
Right.
So you have a combined 100,000 people in 3 places all watching the Brewers.
And with no due respect to our Wisconsin Badgers, I wonder how many people, because that game was at 6. And first of all, the Badgers, they must be thinking they're lucky stars that their game got overshadowed. I mean, we all know it was 37-0. But how happy were they that was the counter programming? So nobody had to watch the Badger game. I got a few things here.
Yeah. Get it off your chest. Go ahead.
All right. The way I do my morning mind up is I just throw everything out. Okay?
Get it off your chest, buddy.
Brian Anderson's in the booth for the NLCS. Very excited about that. Badgers are so bad, they're embarrassing. The Packers are alone in first place right now in the NFC North. They're currently the number 2 seed in the NFC. And we got to get to Tommy's other question about the Packers defense.
Okay.
I want Priester to start tonight. I want the Packers to pass the ball to Tucker Kraft more. WWE Raw is on right now from Perth, Australia. I'm watching it on Netflix as we do this show. Seth Rollins is talking, and Cena Styles at
I didn't watch it yet.
Right. It was it might have been the best match I've ever seen.
Okay, don't spoil it.
It was unbelievable. I literally cried at the gym. I was on the treadmill watching this match.
Brag.
I cried on Saturday, and then I cried again when the Brewers beat the Cubs. Tears in my eyes numerous times. I love sports.
That's a good morning mind up.
Thank you.
I like that. Andy in Brookfield, he's going to a trade show in Chicago tomorrow. He wants to know how much Brewers gear is too much to wear. There is no limit.
Yeah, the limit does not exist.
I will say, if it's important that you sell something, then maybe don't immediately throw it. Like, make it subtle, you know?
Like, just a shirt. Like, are you wearing a polo with the Brewers logo on it? Or are you wearing, like, gear that is gaudy and flashy?
Right. I don't know. I guess I would need more information. But I would tell you, subtle is probably better.
And then if you happen to, like, yawn.
Pack a bag.
Yeah.
Pack a bag.
And feel it up.
Read the room.
Yeah.
And then go forward.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Tommy's question about that. Why are people mad about the Packers defense? They only gave up 18 points. I think people are upset about the defense because they are not sacking the quarterback. They had 1 sack yesterday from LVN. They're not forcing any turnovers. And that was a huge deal during the offseason and during training camp about getting turnovers. And they gave up a 10-plus minute drive to start the second half. They never touched the ball until there were less than 5 minutes left in the third quarter. So, like, yes, there's a bend but don't break aspect there, and but at some point, like, the defense has to make a play. They're just not making any plays right now.
And I understand that, but what would you rather have? Them making those plays and then not winning the game?
No, I'd rather win the game.
So my point is that how many points did they allow?
18.
Okay, what would have been a number that was satisfactory? 10 or less?
No, I think even 13 would have been fine.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. As a fan, okay, if you're judging the defense, which I'm not saying that you shouldn't be, right? Because we did have some differences. We've had some disagreements, some different thoughts based on the first 2 games to now of what this defense was going to be. But this defense has still played well.
Yeah.
It's just trying to figure certain things out and get a better identity of what this defense is. I also think part of it is who they're going up against, right? You're worried because you go, well, if they gave up 18 to the Bengals with Joe Flacco, what does that mean when they're going up against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, or if they're going up against, you name it, whoever else, a team with a better offense. So you're scared, you're worried about that. However, keep in mind, go back to that Cowboys game, man. That Cowboys game, there's no way in a million years you could have told me it was going to be, they were going to give up 40 points.
Right.
No way.
Now
or did I think that the Packers offense was going to score 40 points based on the week before? So it truly is a week-to-week league.
Yes.
And as long as they're winning, that's all that matters. The way that the defense is holding, I'm not as concerned about. Do I want to see Micah Parsons get 2 sacks a game? Yes. Yes, I do. It's just not what's happening right now. It doesn't mean it can't either. It's just not what's happening right now.
And I get it that, like, Flacco's the master of the quick release and getting rid of the ball and not taking hits. and maybe some other teams will tempt the Packers a little bit more. But man, it's just like, I just want to play. Like, somebody make a play. Nobody's making any plays.
So we got more coming in here. Some people
Sure.
A lot of morning mind dumps from Badgers fans this morning.
It's pile on time. For the Badgers. How does James Franklin get fired and Luke Fickell doesn't?
So 262, how does Luke Fickell still have a job? My best answer is because they committed to him. They paid him, and he's getting paid that money whether he's coaching the team or not. And if the problem with this team is that they're not finding ways to get the talent that is necessary to put out the right product on the field, there's no way I'm saying it's all Luke Fickell when you get just destroyed like the Badgers did yesterday, then it's a bigger problem. And them having to pay Luke Fickell and then go and pay someone else even more to be the new coach, while you still need to be paying players because that's the way college football works now.
Right. That's how the business works, Josh.
Where's the money, Mitch? Who are you giving them money?
Didn't the Big Ten just sign a venture capital deal with $2 billion?
Where's the money,
The
Mitch?
money's there. You don't think
I don't see it.
You don't think the University of Wisconsin has the money?
I'm looking around. I don't see it.
Oh, it's definitely there. 100%.
Where that dough? Where that dough?
Oh, it's
I don't
there.
see it.
What do you mean?
I don't see it.
Do you not believe that the business of college football exists?
Are
you literally saying I don't believe in college football?
Look, I'm saying
it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. The money's there.
Okay.
They have the money.
All right, well, show it to me. Show me the money.
What do you mean show you the money?
Show me the money.
What does that mean?
It means show me where the money is.
That means fire Fickell?
Fire Fickell, bring someone else on, prove to me that they have that money. And then if they have that money, tell me why they couldn't give that to more players in NIL deals to bring other people here.
That might be a better question. That might be a better question because the money's definitely there.
It's a great lead into the next morning mind up here from the 262 that said, I have never been this disengaged with Badger football ever. Listen, there's a lot of reasons why that's the case. Not only are the Badgers just playing awful right now, but there's other excitement in other. I look at Wisconsin sports as it's a pie. It's still a pie. And the Brewers are 95% of that pie right now. And the Green Bay Packers exist. And so they're getting some of that pie. And so even if the Badgers were playing really well, you're going to be less engaged in what they're doing right now. The fact that they're not playing well makes that whole argument even way easier. Don't hurt yourself. Don't stress yourself out. You're able to take off that Badgers cap, put it down, put it in the garage, close the door, turn the lights off, leave it there, and go focus on the other sports. And thank your lucky stars that you do.
So you want to do all that. I want to crumple them up and put them in the garbage. I want to take the Badgers football, just crumple it up.
But if you do, so what? Say just not be a fan anymore? They're not playing well enough. So
I'm not a fan this year.
So what? You're taking the year off, taking the whole year off, rest of the year off.
I'm going to pay attention. I'm not going to watch. I mean, I didn't watch 1 second, obviously, on Saturday because I was at the Brewers game. I don't know that I'm going to watch any Badgers football this season. As a Badger alum, as someone who's been a reporter and a fan, I've had season tickets, and I've also been in that press box numerous years. Like I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
We got what might be my favorite mind dump of the day so far.
Tease it?
No.
Okay.
Okay, maybe. Okay. Good call. Mitch looking at the time. We want to keep mind dumps going more than one segment.
Oh yeah.
Morning mind dump.
We got a bunch of stuff.
We love it. We love you guys getting this stuff off your chest. There's a really good one. We want to hear your good one. I'm the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line 414-677-1250. Join us. Your morning mind dump. What do you need to get off your chest? What are you thinking about? Maybe even a little too much this morning that you're like, gosh, I need to focus on the NLCS. I need to focus on the Brewers. What's going on? But I got to get this off my chest first. Get it out of your system right now with us on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line 414-677-1250. I'm Josh. That's Mitch.
Hi, Josh.
You're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Another 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Patrick gets out of the jam.
What an exciting moment that was, huh?
That was awesome. Not just that one, but Ashby, two hitters before.
Yeah, a hell of a pitch.
Striking out Kyle Tucker with 2 men on and nobody out. They get Suzuki and then Chad Patrick. So Chad Patrick pitched in 4 games, pitched 4 2/3 innings of perfect baseball. No hits, no walks. He was untouchable in the NLDS. He might be special.
That was Mitch Nellis. I'm Josh Albrecht. You're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at On Air Josh. Mitch is at Thunder MKE.
Yeah, we are.
Follow us at The Fan Milwaukee.
Do it.
You can also watch us live on YouTube. Just search at The Fan Milwaukee on YouTube. And you can join the show on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, which is 414-677-1250. We are going through the morning mind dump, which I got mine off my chest. Mitch, you got yours off your chest. You got it out of the brain. You feel good. You feel ready to go through the day. We want to know, what do you need to get out this morning so you feel better? You feel like you can go on with your day. You had your coffee. Time to get out that morning mind dump. There are a lot of good ones that are coming in here.
You ready for Inside Radio real quick? You do the text club. I'll do the YouTube comments.
Okay.
How's that?
That works.
Awesome.
This is my favorite one so far of the morning.
Oh, I love favorites.
From the 920.
Yep.
Which I need to know your name, 920. He said, here's my mind dump. I'm leaving for vacation in California tomorrow.
Oh, you got to get to LA. Let's go.
How
Brewers.
much am I risking my marriage to push for making one of the days going to an NLCS game in LA? FYI, will be a 3-hour drive.
Ooh.
Okay. Time to break this down.
Yeah.
First and foremost, the 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
That's a biggie.
It is, but it's not that doesn't end. That's doable.
Second.
It's not a 6-hour drive.
Second.
It's 3 hours.
How easily can you get 2 tickets? And is this a vacation with just you and the missus?
Right.
Do you have kids involved? Now, are you talking 4 tickets?
Well, did he say vacation or trip?
He said a vacation.
Then there's no kids.
Leaving for vacation.
You know the rules. When the kids are there, it's a trip. When there's no kids, it's a vacation.
Okay.
Come on.
Maybe that is the case.
Yeah, maybe.
You need to try, though. You need to put this out there. You cannot have the regret of your wife later saying to you, "Oh, I didn't know. That would have been fun. We should have." You cannot leave that to chance. You have to do a little bit of research.
Yep.
Present the argument to your wife, right?
Yep.
This is a proposal. Here's what I'm proposing. Here's why I think it would be good. Here's what I'm trying to get. She might shoot it down immediately, but you still gotta shoot that shot.
I feel like I need more information about the wife and does the wife hate baseball? Does the wife love it? Like Mrs. Thunder, it would be her idea to go to the game.
I don't think that he's saying risking my marriage
if she
loves baseball.
Right, yeah.
Okay, that line kind of cleared that up for me.
One. Can you leave her?
Listen.
Can you wait? Are you meeting other friends? Can you leave her with friends and you just go? If you're meeting up with friends.
Yeah, so those are the details that come into this. Listen, when I got married to my somehow still wife Julie, we went to Disney World. She loves Disney World. We've gone 100 times since then.
That's true.
But we went there. It was supposed to be like our mini moon, and then it just ended up becoming our honeymoon. But at the same time we were there, I found out maybe a month or two beforehand
that the Bucks were playing the Magic.
That the Royal Rumble was going to be happening.
No.
Yes, at the same exact time. It was actually going to be on the Sunday that was going to be the end of our trip.
Oh, extend.
And I said to her, I was like, I feel like we have to go to the Royal Rumble. And she said yes.
Okay.
I didn't think she was going to say yes.
Yeah.
But we barely even watch wrestling. But I was like, this is the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
It's going to be there.
Yeah. I
shot the shot and it ended up going in.
And?
So that's why I'm saying to you in the 920, it was amazing. Yeah. It was absolutely amazing. So I'm saying to you in the 920, you got to at least shoot that shot. And then you need to let us know what she says. I need to know if you're going to be going to that game. That is That is incredible. Love that.
Yeah, that is amazing. We've got some comments on our YouTube channel as well. Bearcat AJ. All right.
Hold on. Our friend Josie, in response to this wind-up, said, hot take, be with someone who also wants to go to the NLCS.
That is a hot take.
I'm not going to tell people how to fan or how to relationship.
Yes.
And those are two things.
But that's a good one.
But that is Josie Will. All right,
Morning Mind Dump. Bearcat AJ 2007 on YouTube says, when the Cubs had first and second, down one at the top of the sixth, no outs, didn't score, I knew the Brewers were going to win. JD says, so dope to have Josh back on the air.
Hey, thank you.
I agree with that. Q writes in, Morning Mind Dump. Matt LaFleur is a lost puppy just surviving each day on the kindness of others. Like, it's amazing to me. And I don't think it's inappropriate, but it's amazing to me. Like, there's a faction of people who don't like LaFleur. There's a faction of people who don't like Love. There's a faction of people who don't like Gutekunst. There's a faction of people who are not happy with what the Brewers are, what the Packers are doing right now. And I think everyone, again, we can't tell people how to fan. Like, you feel your feels. Like, you're mad at the Badgers, you like the Badgers. You're mad at the Packers, you like the Packers. I don't know why anybody would be mad at the Brewers right now. I want Brandon Woodruff to pitch. He's not going to pitch. He's not healthy enough to pitch.
That's not going to happen.
I want him to. I want him to get a shot, whatever it is, and I want him to go pitch. That's what I would say, but that's not the case, and that's just how it is. Q also says beat LA, and we did try to get a little beat LA chant going Saturday night after the game.
Yeah.
It didn't
stick on. It'll get there.
It'll get there tonight.
Our friend Brian here on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line 414-677-1250 chimes in on whoever this was, still waiting for 920. I need to know your name.
Yep.
And his dilemma of going to what would be game 3 in the NLCS out in LA.
3 for sure, or just one of the games?
Well, correct. It could have been, it could be
3, 4, or 5.
Yes.
All in LA.
He says, you got a 3-hour drive. You got to get there. I'm on the fence of flying from Phoenix to LA for game 4 or 5 because it's just that much closer than MKE.
Nice. That is perfect. I love that. That is true.
I love the fandom.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. So I'm on the site right now. Game 3 right now you can get into for 135. Game 4 is 2. Oh no, that's not game 4. Oh, I'm sorry. Game 3 is 144. Game 4 is 167. And game 5 is 164. So you can get in 2 tickets, $300. You can get it for 300.
Yeah.
I think that's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
here's the other thing too. This guy's whole
that's just to get in.
This guy's whole dilemma, all of this changes so much too, based on what happens tonight and tomorrow.
Right.
It shouldn't.
Well, that's the
but
question.
It absolutely does.
So do you wait to see, or do you get tickets?
It depends. It depends on how you fan. Right? Because if the Brewers take care of business, which we are going to be getting to this in the next segment and through the next in the top of the 8 o'clock hour, but talking about the next game, talking about game 1, which is tonight, NLCS. It happens. It's here. It's already. If you were trying to take a snooze and we're going to set an alarm, too late. Stay up. Yeah. You're not snoozing. It's here. But they got to take care of business in games 1 and 2. And I think that if they do, you got to push a little bit harder to go to game 3.
Oh, for sure.
If you're making that trip out to LA anyway.
If the Brewers win the first 2 games, the prices will go down in LA.
You would think.
Yeah, I think they would. Or at least stay where they are right now. If LA's up 2-0, first of all, LA's not going to be up 2-0. Shut up, Dodgers.
Knock on everything.
Yeah, I think that we will see that. Man, there's would you take Q wants to know, would you take 1-1 going to LA?
No. I want 2-0.
There you go.
Done. Now, will I take 1-1 if they lose tonight? Absolutely.
Yep.
That's how it works.
Yep.
Colin from Waukesha says, I have faith in the Brewers. But do you guys think the Brewers can get to Blake Snell tonight? Well, if you have faith in them, they're going to get to Blake Snell.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not going to load him up.
Right.
But they got to get to him enough to get him out of the game. He can't go 6 or 7 innings.
He can go 6.
I don't want him. No, I don't want him to go more than 5.
I don't either, but I don't think 6 is the end of the world. I think 6 is okay. It's too much, but it's okay.
No.
You don't like it?
No.
All right, I'm seeing.
See, and here's the other thing too. This series in comparison to the last is just in my brain is so different. Last series it was just the bats had to be there.
Right.
This series, their
Pitching.
bats are going to be there.
Yeah, so
This team can hit.
Yeah,
this Dodgers team can hit. Pitching has to be locked down. I mean, look, the pitching was locked down in the NLDS too. The bullpen, the bullpen kept doing their job. It was just whoever we were putting out in the first inning that was struggling until Game 5 when McGill lit him up. God, that was such an amazing moment. Okay.
Blake Snell went 5-4 with a 2.35 ERA this season. He did not face the Brewers. So the Brewers, of course, we know went 6-0 against the Dodgers this year. Blake Snell pitched once in March, once in April, was then hurt until early August, and came back and then pitched. And by then, the Brewers and Dodgers weren't playing anymore. So
Adam Yorkie here on the YouTubes watching us, which you can as well, by the way, at The Fan Milwaukee on YouTube, says, I asked my wife if she would be mad if I went to the game tonight. Her response, can't I go too? Well, that's an interesting predicament. Not yes.
Yes. Yes. The answer is yes.
How do you know he has the tickets?
How do you know he has tickets for himself? He said,
if he asked her,
I went to the game tonight?
If he asked her, would you be mad? someone asked,
or he's
hey, I got an extra.
And if you're looking for tickets, I have 2 I'm selling that face. So
oh, there you go.
So I just did that right now.
Yeah. Well, at least it was organic.
Yes, you can go. Is that actually Travis Shaw, by the way?
No, that's not Travis Shaw.
Are you sure?
Well,
is that the mayor of Ding Dong City?
I'm not. Well, listen, if that is the real Travis Shaw watching us right on YouTube right now, first of all, hi, thanks for joining us. Second, your comment does make sense if you are a former professional baseball player, but he says, sad thing is I get to hear the game and not watch because of working what I'm assuming is third shift.
Yeah, third shift. Yeah.
So
he gets to listen and he can watch it.
Yeah.
I get it. But
well, listen, you're doing whatever you have to. We saw that on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
People were at concerts. Yeah. People were everywhere. I was in New York. It didn't matter. Like this is the time you find a way to be a part of it. And you should make sure to join us, by the way, the fan.
Where are we tonight, Josh?
Well, we're going to be at Kelly's Bleachers. First, the Wisconsin Sports Daily Show with Sparky, served up by Wendy's, is going to start at 2 p.m. That's going to be at Kelly's Bleachers. And then right afterwards, Tommy Wirtz and the leadoff show is going to get you ready for Game 1. Both shows broadcasting from Kelly's Bleachers on Blue Mound, courtesy of Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Nice.
Man, are you ready for this?
No.
Okay,
I'm not.
So Josh Mind Dump Part 2. I don't even feel like my nerves are ready yet. Like they're going to come on hot and heavy because I don't feel like I feel like I needed more time to celebrate the NLDS win over the Cubs because it was that impactful for Brewer fandom because it was against the Cubs, everything else. I need to watch those highlights about, 30, 40 more times. I can't do it.
I know.
The NLCS is here.
Yes, we're here.
And
you're absolutely right. We're
because I'm a realistic fan, I have to say, I know a lot of people are going to hate that I'm about to say this.
What are you going to say?
We're only guaranteed games 1 and 2 here in Milwaukee.
That's correct.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's a possibility of a game 6 and 7, but you don't know. We don't know. And so,
of course,
enjoy games 1 and 2.
The Brewers could sweep.
Yeah. Brewers could sweep. Things could get ugly. Right. We don't know.
Yeah.
Enjoy games 1 and 2. You got to get into it right away. I don't know. I'm just anything that feels like one in the studio.
Right.
I've been knocking on.
Doesn't feel like one right now. But.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. This has been the Morning Mind Dump. Thank you to everybody who chimed in. We are going to next segment. We're going to take a little bit more of a deeper dive into what needs to happen for the Brewers in this NLCS. What we need to see against this Dodgers team and kind of looking at what this Dodgers team has done in their postseason run in comparison, because they sure do not seem like the same team that got swept by the Brewers in the regular season.
Facts.
We are going to talk about all of that, and then we're going to talk to our friend Sean from the Brewers Team Store, Top of 8, and Andy Herman from Pack a Day Podcast at 8:20.
He is the absolute best.
You will not want to miss it. We have a jam-packed rest of the show. Make sure to keep it right here. I'm Josh. That's Mitch. and you're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Welcome back to The Fan. I'm Josh Albrecht. Across from me is my buddy Mitch Thunder Nellis.
Hello.
You're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Of course, follow us on Twitter. I'm at On Air Josh. Mitch is at Thunder MKE. Follow us as well at The Fan Milwaukee. You can watch us live on YouTube right now. Hi. You can see us. I'm waving right now.
Hello.
YouTube is at The Fan Milwaukee as well. Be
and
a part
YouTube
of the show.
Is YOUTUBE for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, and if you don't know that, I don't know.
Because
I
like
you.
spelling Odyssey because it's
that's
like
sure.
the word Odyssey.
Sure, but that's different than YouTube.
You think? Yeah,
100% it is.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Be a part of the conversation this morning on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line 414-677-1250, which so many of you have. We appreciate you doing so. A lot of people getting their morning mind dumps out.
Love it.
We appreciate that as well. Mitch, going into the break, I said, when we come back, the NLCS is here.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to just be able to have a huge party today celebrating winning the NLDS and making it here.
Yeah.
No time. No time.
No. When you go 5, you don't give yourself time to celebrate.
No. Game one
Aaron Ashby
tonight
did talk on MLB Network yesterday. We talked about this in the 6 o'clock hour, that they did stay out till 1:30 in the morning Saturday night.
All the way out until 1:30. Yep.
That's crazy, Aaron.
But hopefully he's dialed in today because the NLCS is here.
Yeah.
It's game one. It's against the Dodgers, who are exactly who the Brewers played the last time they were in the NLCS.
Yep.
And the setup of that schedule was exactly the same as it is now.
Brewers had home field.
Brewers had home field advantage. So a lot of this
pitchers hit that
looks the same. Yes, pitchers hit
because Woody went yard.
Let me tell you, this team, this Brewers team, and this LA team are not the same as 2018.
Okay.
The feel, the vibes of those teams, not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the Brewers.
Okay.
The difference in the Brewers.
Oh.
2018, first of all, Yelich was, every time he was at the plate, it was this could leave the yard.
He did not swing and miss in 2018.
No.
Like he fouled balls off, but he did not swing and miss. It was unreal.
Yes. So that's a big difference. Difference number 2, we had a starting rotation. It was not, is it going to be a bullpen game for this game? It was who's starting this game. We know it's going to be this guy, but then who's going to start game 2 or 3? Mm-hmm. Now it's who from the bullpen? What game is the bullpen game? Who are we relying on? Can we rely on Priester to get
which is also a
4 or 5
comment
innings
on how baseball works in 2025 versus 2018 and before that? Bullpen games were never a thing. Bullpen games since COVID, especially in the last 5 years, bullpen games have become commonplace throughout the regular season and in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I still think that is more just kind of with, like someone said earlier, a patchwork pitching lineup, because that's not what the Dodgers are going to do. Dodgers have starting pitchers.
They do, but they will have a bullpen game.
Yeah, but they
will have a bullpen game.
Yes, a bullpen game.
Okay.
I'm hoping we can force them to have other ones, but
sure.
They have starting pitching that they can form a rotation in a 7-game series. Mm-hmm. The Brewers are not in that situation. Here's the other thing the Brewers are going to be going up against. Okay. I know a lot of the same players that the Brewers faced against this LA team during the regular season when they swept them are still here on this team. They are not playing those same players. Physically, yes, they are. Literally, they are the same people. Mentally, and where these teams are, it is not the same. I do not want any Brewers fans going, we swept them in the regular season, we're going to do it again. That is not the same. Mm-hmm. This is a different team. I compared it to when you watch the NBA with LeBron and just in general, how NBA players don't play at 100%, and then you see them just turn it on during the playoffs. It's the same thing with this Dodgers team. You saw them come in as the 3 seed and you went, are the Padres going to catch the Dodgers? Is there a chance that the Cubs play the Dodgers in the wild card round? They didn't, right? They won enough to face the Reds.
They took care of business at the end.
As soon as they started playing the Reds, completely different team. Yeah. They went out and just ripped.
Reds also stink.
But they ripped the Reds apart, man.
Right.
In any other series we were watching, it was wait for that mistake.
Right. Right, because there were 5 playoff teams and the Reds.
They have future Hall of Famers up and down that lineup.
Sure.
In LA. That's what teams with the most, the largest salary in the MLB. That's the type of team that gets formed. Those players, any of them, can find a time and a day to get hot. They talked about in those games against Philly how Mookie Betts had just been struggling in August, struggling in September. Well, October comes. 3 for 4, 2 doubles. He's got another double. He's on fire. Mookie Betts, 2 more come in off of a base hit. You just never know. So you got to be prepared for that. And this pitching for the Brewers has just got to be completely locked in. Some of those amazing pitches we saw against the Cubs in Game 5, they got to be there tonight.
And you're right. I mean, I think a big part of what we look at the Dodgers, I mean, you look at the Dodgers in 18, and they had Cody Bellinger and Matt Kemp and let's see, they had I was just looking at their lineup.
Well, I'll tell you, when you look at
Manny Machado and Max Muncy, who's still there. They had Yasiel Puig, who is really good. So the lineup, there's also the lineup that, this year, it especially is very top heavy. The bottom of their lineup doesn't scare me at all. What scares me is Yamamoto, Glasnow, Snell, and Ohtani as starting pitchers. And exactly how you said that the Brewers don't really have a rotation. The Dodgers actually do. And with those 4 guys, depending on how things go, they actually might not have a bullpen game. They have 4 legit top of the line starting pitchers. And the question is, can the Brewers hit them? The Dodgers in their last 2 games scored 2 runs in both games. The Dodgers bats can go cold. The Dodgers bats went cold numerous times this season. The Dodgers pitching,
I'm not counting the regular season.
The Dodgers pitching always keeps them competitive. And I think that's their pitching scares me more than their bats. Because yes, I know Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman are really scary. Will Smith is okay, and I know he kills the Brewers.
But that's what I'm saying. Any of those guys can go like.
I know, but the bottom 5 are bums. Like, they don't scare me. They're worse. They're just like the Cubs, if not worse. And yes, the top 4 are gonna rake, but you got it. If you can keep them in check, again, they scored 2 runs their last 2 games. They lost 8-2 and they won 2-1 in 11.
Yes,
like, they did not hit. And maybe that, and if the Brewers pitching, if Murph and Hook can put it together, the way they did it against the Cubs, it can work out.
Those are all things that this Brewers team is going to need to do. I have a question in regards to what the fans need to do.
Get loud. Let's go.
And we're going to talk about that as well with our friend Sean, who works with the Brewers team store. He's in charge of all things retail, merchandising, and more at American Family Field. But one of the big questions I have as we go into the 8:00 hour, do you view the LA Dodgers as a rival of the Milwaukee Brewers? We all knew that the Cubs were. The Cubs,
of course.
Many would say number 1, way more than the Cardinals. Probably put Cardinals at number 2. Where do the Dodgers fall on that list? And are you able to view this NLCS with that same mentality of it being a rival? It sure didn't feel that way in the regular season, but a lot of, at least for me, a lot of feelings from 2018 bubbling up. A lot of things I'm remembering. I know it's not the same players, but a lot of things against that Dodgers team coming to the top of my mind and memory based on the last time that the Brewers were in the NLCS and now are back again. Very excited for what we have coming up in the 8:00 hour. As I mentioned, our friend Sean Marefka from the Brewers team store will join us. And then at 8:20, our friend Andy Herman from Pack a Day Podcast is going to stop by and talk about the Packers' victory over the Bengals that did happen yesterday, in case people were unaware. We appreciate you being with us here on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text Line 414-677-1250. Let me know, do you feel like this Brewers-Dodgers matchup has any rivalry feel, or is it just another opponent that the Brewers need to get through if they are going to make it back to the World Series for the first time since 1982? I'm Josh, that's Mitch, and you are listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan Studios.
Brewers down to their final out. Carson Kelly grounded to short. Ortiz makes the play. Ball game over. The Brewers will play for the pennant.
Man, I just want to listen to that highlight like 1,000 more times. I can't. Each time is precious. No, because now it's time for new highlights.
All right.
New things to focus on as the Brewers start their NLCS run tonight from American Family Field. I'm Josh Albrecht. That's Mitch Thunder Nellis. You're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at On Air Josh. Mitch is at Thunder MKE. You can follow the show at The Fan Milwaukee. You can also watch us live on YouTube. You just search at The Fan Milwaukee. You can see us. Hi. How you doing?
Hello.
You be a part of the conversation on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line, 414-677-1250. If you're like, yeah, but I don't know. I have 1,000 things I want to ask you. I don't know how to focus on. You can focus on the question that we asked going into break, which was, do you view the LA Dodgers as a Brewers rival? Is that in your emotional fandom this morning as something you're worrying about or focusing on? Obviously, that was a huge focus for Brewers fans against the Cubs in the NLDS. Did any of that make its way into your feelings as they go to the NLCS to play the Dodgers? Obviously, remember, they swept the Dodgers in the regular season this year, but back in 2018, ended up losing in Game 7 with that chance to go to the World Series, also against the Dodgers. Right now, though, very excited to bring in our guest, Sean Marefka, on the fan guest hotline powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Sean, in charge of all things merch from the Brewers team store. Good morning, Sean. How are you?
Good morning, Josh. How you doing? I'm great.
I am every minute getting more and more amped and anxious and freaking out about the start of the NLCS. I didn't have enough time to process the NLDS, and the NLCS is here. And I got to say, Sean, for the first time in all the years that I have been saying, buy all the gear, go to the team store, buy all the gear, which there have been a lot of those moments over the last 6-7 years because of how the team is done. They finally listened, and people went and bought all the gear. I went to the team store yesterday. Shirts almost sold out. Hats gone.
Yeah.
Walk through.
Yeah, we were the timing wasn't perfect on Saturday and turning things around, but the fans have reacted well to the product, the NLC product, and what the players were wearing on the field. But that's okay. We got plenty coming in. We have shipments coming in this morning. We've been working with our vendors around the clock to make sure that we stay in stock throughout the whole NLCS. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities for fans to come on down. But yeah, it's very exciting right now, seeing how our business has progressed through the season and right now during the postseason. But yesterday was kind of electric. It was our busiest day, non-game day of the year. And I'm expecting it on Wednesday when we open back up to the general public.
So talk to me about how, because, this was a situation that was different than when the Brewers clinched the NLDS, right? They kind of backed into that. They were celebrating in St. Louis, and you guys had the stuff out, though. Tons of fans rushing to the stadium to get their NLDS gear. NLCS gear, obviously not available for Brewers fans since 2018, and now they clinch at home. Talk to me about how the scene was in the team store when that final out hit in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, on Saturday night, I mean, we didn't know what to expect, right? We NLCS product in 18 normally didn't sell as well as we anticipated, so we went back off our history of numbers that we had. The second we got that final out, we knew our business was going to be electric after beating the Cubs. But the foot traffic that we saw coming into the store, purchasing the NLCS product, the hat and the T-shirt, and we also had pennants and pins as well. It was something like we just won. We won the division. It was extremely exciting. It was fun watching the Cubs fans leave the building, sad, and
Nice.
And seeing all the Brewer fans happy to get their gear. So. Buy all the merch. Yeah, that's kind of what they were doing. They were, we had one of the biggest blow-offs we've had of the season. And to your point, we had tables set up, we had everything laid out. I can't wait for more to come. So
talk to me about your thoughts, because obviously you've seen a lot of different merchandise come through, and a lot of people might not realize you don't get to decide, right, when it comes to the postseason, the designs, right? It's all kind of cookie cutter across the league for all the teams that make it, correct?
Yeah, we work with Major League Baseball to make sure the brand is looking right on the shirts and hats. But normally this is focused through New Era and Fanatics. This is my favorite shirt. I'm more of an authentic guy, like the on-field stuff that the players wear. I feel like that this shirt is very clean and crisp. It focuses more on the logo with a nice subtle NLCS. I think it's one that, even though it has a date on, it's not going to age.
Agreed.
It's going to be a memory. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't have a loud saying on it that I kind of normally not attracted to. So just having a shirt that just staples and has our logo on it with NLCS. And, at this point, everything has been kind of in navy. So I kind of like the black. And with the hat is kind of a 970 that New Era is trying to push more and more within their brand. And I just think that with the rope on the front and has a little more character to it, that ties well with the shirt. So for me, this is probably one of the better NLCS collections that we've carried. And again, I think I just can't wait for more to come in.
Yeah, so the shirt, if you're not watching us on YouTube, you should be, because I'm wearing the shirt, wore the shirt today. I agree with what you're saying, Sean, but it's black. It has, it's white and gold colors on a black shirt. It has huge Brewers logo, says NLCS, and then gold diamond, and says 2025. I agree with you. It is different. It's a lot different than what we've seen in previous years. And I always feel like it gets a little bit more unique and awesome as they go through it, right? So if you made the wild card round, it's like kind of, I would say, more generic. And then as you made it to the NLDS, it's generic, but it's a little bit more specific. And then you get to the CS, and now it's like, oh, that's where the cool stuff is. Almost as if the MLB is saying, yeah, we're going to save the best gear for the best teams. And then I can't even imagine what the World Series stuff looks like. But, man, do I hope that we get to see what that looks like in Brewers gear. So if people weren't able to get that gear on yesterday because it flew off the shelves, and that was just with what was left after everyone, 40,000 fans came rushing down to the team store after that final out in Game 5. Tell us about how people can get this gear going forward.
If you have tickets for tonight or tomorrow's game, we'll have product in our stores for the games. We will be open on Wednesday to the general public from 11 to 6. We're trying to work through hurdles on game days, but right now we'll be open on non-game days when the team's not in town from 11 to 6, and then on Sundays 11 to 4. Okay,
yeah, things very different. And the MLB does kind of tighten that leash in the postseason on what's allowed and not allowed. And it's a game day, so they don't want people in the stadium.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kudos to our fans as well. I mean, they're lining up at the parking lots ready to come in early before game time, and I think it's just the excitement around the ballpark. Everybody wants to be around, and just to be safe, we want to make sure that we have proper protocols in place.
Sean, Mitch Snell is here, and I was at the game Saturday night. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube or not, but if you're not, that's okay. I bought like the long sleeve t-shirt, just like the navy blue Brewers with the bright yellow sleeves with the block Brewers across the front with the Nike logo.
Yeah.
I know I know you, and I know Josh, especially, like, you love getting the gear after the series wins and like as they go on with the years on them. I'm more, I think, of a traditionalist. Talk to us about some of the gear that you guys have that is just like evergreen Brewers gear, and some of the most popular stuff that people are buying right now that might not necessarily be like,
championship
central division champs or NLCS, but just some of the cool stuff that you guys have that always plays.
Yeah, what's nice about this is we had time to prepare. So in July, during All-Star break, when we kind of were looking at the standings on where we thought we were going to fall, we are allowed to we worked with our vendors to make sure that we stayed in stock for a run. Working for the Brewers, they are a fantastic organization that allows me the flexibility of spending what I think we need to. And we reached out to Nike, we reached out to 47 brand, we reached out to New Era, and we made sure that we looked at that core business, because that is very important. We have won the division, for 3 straight years. We have been to the playoffs over and over again. Sometimes that core business overtakes the postseason business, which it has. NLCS is the first time we're really seeing the postseason gear really, really take off. So our core business has been what has been keeping us in the game here. We've seen an uptick in our jersey business. Nike, kind of what you're wearing, definitely is always our top vendor. 47 brand for that casual customer. Like we've seen an uptick in our complete business. But if I look at the ratio, postseason is about 20 to 30% of our business right now. So that fan is still coming to the store to grasp that core item. I've said it before, our jersey business is through the roof. We're seeing where once it was a couple players, now we're seeing up to 10 players flying off the shelves. Awesome. And we're doing a fantastic job on staying on stock of our jerseys.
It's crazy to think that with the fact that, on Saturday, the NLCS was clinched, should have been the biggest day for you guys. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this season, as far as the team store is concerned, still the craziest day was the Euchre Day, right? And what you guys had to go through on the Euchre Memorial Game. I heard, I wasn't able to be there, but I heard that the lines were insane the entire game.
Yeah, it was a good step for us if we get to the World Series. It kind of helped us, or when we get to the World Series, I should say. It allows us to prepare for what to expect. Euchre was our largest grossing day in club history, and we've had killer sales throughout the year. My team at the ballpark does a fantastic job of getting people through those lines. The comments that we got coming in during the Euchre event was that, hey, even though we were in line, we knew what we were in line for, and the lines moved quickly. But it allowed us to kind of think about what do we need to do when we get to the World Series? Like what kind of locations do we need? How do we need to expand our business? So it was a good day for us, not just to remember and reflect on Bob Euchre, but also to see what we need to do when we get to the World Series.
Sean, from your mouth to God's ears. Sean Marefka joining us here on Josh and Mitch on the Fan. You're on the Fan Guest Hotline powered by Gruber Law. Sean, you mentioned earlier that jerseys are selling at a higher clip. Who are the most popular jerseys right now? Is it the obvious ones, or are some of the lesser known guys creeping up into those standings?
Yeah, it's Yelich and Churio are still our top selling jerseys, and they keep kind of flipping each other day after day. But the ones that I'm more impressed with this year has been Terang, Frelick, and Contreras.
Nice.
They have really taken a step. And then what's been nice is the addition to Vaughn, and then of course Mizorowski. We haven't seen. Pitchers jerseys just haven't done well for us in the past. But what we're seeing with Mizorowski, even Vaughn at first, like we're seeing guys that you wouldn't expect in a normal year starting to creep up, which has allowed us to evaluate that business after every game, after every homestand, to make sure that we have the jerseys that fans want when they come to the store.
How happy are the people making the jerseys every time a Mizorowski jersey is ordered?
Well, it's funny you say that, Josh. We bought a screen printing press that we now print all of our promo T-shirts in the building. That press can make 1,200 jerseys in about 8 hours.
Wow!
So we've been staying on pace on non-game days to make sure that our stores are stocked, which takes less stress off of that corner that you see in the store with people making Mizorowski jerseys.
Sean, real quick, talking about the Mizorowski jerseys, is there any way to still get a Mizorowski 33 jersey? I know he pitched, because I want one. I want that because he only pitched one game as number 33, and then Savali got traded, and he switched to 32. I want a Miz 33 jersey.
Too late.
You might be able to try. You have to come into the store with that, and you have to enter it through our silver crystal machine to see if it goes through.
Ooh.
If it goes through, we'll make it.
Okay.
That's
All right.
there.
Risk it for the
I'm
biscuit.
making you come into the store.
All right. Challenge accepted.
I love
Sean.
it. I would love to see you try to do that on a game day too, when it is just
Relax,
packed to the brims with people trying to get
do
their
you know
merch.
who I am?
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Excuse
kidding. Sean,
me.
I would never.
Excuse me.
I would never.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate you joining us. I hope that things just get more and more crazy for you. If I'm being honest, I hope that you don't get to sleep at all because you're constantly having to order more gear, newer gear, because the Brewers keep kicking butt and making their way to the World Series.
Yeah, I hope to see you guys tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be there. We'll be there. We'll say hello, and we appreciate you joining us. Go Brewers.
Go Brewers. Thank you.
Go Brewers, indeed. Wow.
All right. That's Sean Marefka, Senior Director of Retail and Restaurant Operations
We didn't even
for
talk food.
the Milwaukee
We didn't
Brewers.
even talk
no,
food,
No,
Josh.
because we were talking all the
I know,
gear.
but I love food.
Well, you can still eat the food.
I'm finding Sean tonight, and I'm talking food with him.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I'm going to put it on YouTube.
Okay.
YOUTUBE.
When you do that,
Dude,
he's going to walk away so fast because he's going to have a million things to do.
You know fancy people.
Listen, Sean has taken care of me for a long time. There's been a lot of gear that's been bought over the years. I asked a question.
Yeah.
Do you view this matchup with the Dodgers for the Brewers as a rivalry series? Is there any rivalry juice formed, or is this just the fact that it's the Dodgers and the whole narrative just is going to stay this David Goliath underdog payroll story? Or is there anything else there because of the past, because of 2018?
Right.
Does that exist?
The whole Matt Kemp, Ryan Braun thing,
Manny Machado thing. There was some juice.
Bellinger, Yelich.
Absolutely, there was some juice there. We want to know. Do you view it as a rivalry? Nicolay Law fan talking text line 414-677-1250. 414. I'm reading this. I'm not going to tell them I'm not a fan. They said, I have no expectations of beating the Dodgers, and I'm at peace with everything past that first one is a bonus. I will tell you, there are a lot of fans that just went, I'm just so happy we beat the Cubs.
Right.
I'm happy we beat the Cubs too.
I get it.
But they're still playing baseball, people.
Yes, sir.
The goal was not to just beat the Cubs.
Yes,
the goal is to win the whole damn thing.
Right. That is correct.
And now we got to do that on the other side through the NLCS, beating the Dodgers, because unlike the Cubs, the Brewers are still playing baseball. And the Packers are still playing football. They beat the Bengals yesterday, and it is worth noting and discussing. And you know what? We're going to talk some Brewers with our friend Andy Herman as well. But we have Andy Herman from the Pack-A-Day podcast joining us here coming up next. You're not going to want to miss that. I'm Josh Albrecht. That's Mitch Nellis. You're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Andy texted me. He didn't have a link. I said you should be able to use it.
He's in. He's in. He's right there. I got him.
First and 10. Fake to Jacobs. It's off to the tight end, Kraft. Galloping inside. Touchdown. 19-yard touchdown pass. A catch and run by the tight end, Kraft. His third of the season.
That's right. The Packers played football yesterday, and that was a sexy play from Tucker Kraft. Was very happy when I saw him get in the end zone there.
Absolutely. He just put his head down and went.
Oh, and he just went.
Could have gone out of bounds. 98% of players would have gone out of bounds at the 6
Not
of the
Tucker
8.
Kraft.
Not Tucker Kraft.
He went. I'm Josh Albrecht. That's Mitch Nellis. You're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Do you know that Sports Talk on the Fan is presented by Paramount Plus? You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. We are very excited to welcome on our next guest, Andy Herman from Pack-A-Day Podcast. Hi, Andy. How are you?
Fellas, I'm doing great. It's great to be chatting with you in this NLCS Brewers game one day. Looking forward to that a ton. Double victory Monday.
That's
Hell yes. Listen, Andy, I got to start here. You know, we do this segment in the 7 o'clock hour called the Morning Mind Up, and mine this morning, I had to get it out, was I felt guilty watching that Packers game because my heart was elsewhere. I was watching it because I needed to. I still care about the Green Bay Packers. That's not going away.
It's your job.
And I compared it to I'm holding a baby right now, and that baby is the Milwaukee Brewers, and it needs my attention. But I see the Packers in the crib, and they're like, "Hey, pick me up." And I'm going, I'm sorry, I can't right now. I've got this baby over here. I've got to take care of. Is that okay? As someone who talks about the Packers every day on Pack-A-Day Podcast, can I get your blessing that it's okay that for this game, my analysis was win, stay healthy, move on, and then it was out of my brain?
No, it's 1,000,000% okay. Like,
okay,
this is when you get to the final four of anything, it just becomes so insanely important. And for a Brewers team that just got through the Cubs and finally didn't go one and done in the playoffs, and now are having a one series opportunity to go to the World Series. No, it's a massive deal. And you always have to prioritize your sports, right? Like, we all are fans of multiple teams, and you have to figure out like what is taking the most of my attention right now. And when one of your teams is playing for a chance to go to the championship, that is inherently going to take a priority. So this, no disrespect to the Packers or anything like that, but yeah, a team playing in the NLCS versus a team that's playing against the Bengals in a random week 6 game. Yeah, it's not the same thing. Even I'm sure there's a piece of Wisconsin sports that coming off the high of Saturday night and the intensity and like every pitch matters of Saturday night, that the hangover going into Sunday of like, this is fine, but it's not the same as the intensity of a game, game 5 winner go home the night before. So no, I totally get that.
Okay, good. I appreciate that. I do. Let's talk about that Packers game though, because they did win. They got out of there. They didn't change anything for me, any of the questions that I had going into the bye, right? We were very confused about what this identity for this Packers team was after the 4th game against Dallas, because we were saying, okay, the first 2 games, they were lights out. This was look out Super Bowl, here we come. Then they lose to the Browns, and we're going, well, what happened to our offense? Then we go to face the Cowboys, and we go, what happened to our defense? Going to the bye was kind of hoping maybe that would be a reset. Personally, and I'll get your opinion here, Andy, I didn't feel like there was much of a reset back to games 1 and 2. It was still more of the same. I can't tell you what this team identifies as. They just won, and I'm still got questions.
Yeah, it sort of was a microcosm of the season on the whole. I do think the interesting thing is the opponent that you play, it just matters so much, right? Because it's literally the exact same score against Washington, 27-18, but it feels totally different. You came off of the Washington game being like, is the greatest team in the world. You come off the Bengals team being like, it's just the same thing. It's literally the exact same score. It's the exact same score. So here's a couple things I would say. Where I say it's a microcosm of the season on a whole, the first half kind of felt like that Browns game where your offense just really couldn't get going the way that you wanted it to, and you had some of the issues that you saw. And then the second half, the offense looked like it did the rest of the season, right? And in the second half, or I should say in the first half, the defense looked like the defense that you expected, and they looked incredible and 0 points. And then in the second half, looked kind of like the defense that you saw against the Cowboys in week 4. So you saw like little pieces of those things still flare up in this game. I boil this all down to one thing for Green Bay and why this game didn't feel as good and why it didn't maybe go with a 14.5 point difference and everything like that, which is where the spread was at. This team lost the turnover battle 1-0 and now is -1 in turnovers on the season. And they have not been able, they've generated basically 1 turnover all year. That interception by Evan Williams in week 1, the Xavier McKinney one against the Browns was basically an arm punt that didn't really matter. They've generated 1 turnover on defense. And until you start generating turnovers and winning the turnover battle, like you're just playing a uphill game every single time because the advantages are all in the opponent's favor because either you're not, again, generating those turnovers or the other team is actually winning the battle. For a game that you lost the turnover battle, which is usually a losing proposition, to still win by 2 scores and be comfortable the entire time, actually, I mean, that's kind of what you would at least hope for in that situation. But until they start generating turnovers and explosive plays on defense and special teams, it just makes it really difficult for everything. It puts a lot of onus on the offense to put together longer sustained drives, which again is going to make it difficult to put up those 30 or 40 point scores. And it's just tough to get off the field defensively if everything has to be a grind and you have to hold everyone and you're not getting those turnovers. So that it all to me boils down to that one thing. When you start seeing this team get turnovers, and they will, and they'll usually come in bunches, you're going to see a team that takes off in a very significant way. And the fact that they're 3-1-1 despite having a negative turnover differential, it's probably okay at the moment. But if this ends up being the case long term and they can't generate turnovers, it's ultimately going to be a catastrophic flaw for them.
Andy Herman joining us on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Pack a Day podcast. Find it wherever you listen to your podcast. And I want to expand a little bit more on not just the turnovers, but also the quarterback pressure. And I know that, like, you know, we saw Flacco do it with the Browns, and we saw Dak Prescott do it. Now we saw Flacco do it again. Those quick passes, getting the ball out of their hands. And is it that simple that, like, against these Packers, if you go quick passes, you're going to have success against them? And if you hold on to it, you run the risk. I mean, are we seeing the impact of Micah Parsons that we thought we'd see? And I know you said, you know, the turnovers should come, and I think we all believe they should come, but will they come? Like, there's obviously no guarantee of that. Why aren't things more special right now?
Yeah. So a couple things, you know, first of all, to your point, we don't know if they will come. The 2 usual great indicators of turnovers are A, are you getting pressure? Usually pressure forces turnovers, and they're getting pressure at a high level. And then B, you know, are you swiping at the ball? Are you trying to punch it out? And Jeff Hafley talked about this the other day, is like their numbers of amount of swiped balls and punch balls and everything that are like exponentially higher than they were a season ago. It just hasn't amounted to anything yet. So I do think those things will come, but until we see them, it's just, you know, a fool's hope at this point in time. As far as the quick short passing game, I talked about this on the podcast pretty extensively today. It does seem like that right now is sort of the kryptonite for this defense. That's the one thing that teams are able to go to, just a 3-5 step drop, get the ball out of your hands, and let your receivers kind of go make some plays. And that's sort of where Green Bay's issues are. Now, defensively, you have to sort of pick and choose what you're going to allow, right? You can't stop everything. You can't stop the run, the quick passing game, the long passing game, explosive plays. You just simply can't stop everything. So you have to kind of pick where is your sort of weakness going to be. Green Bay has figured out, hey, we can get pressure on the quarterback if it's more of a long passing game. We're not going to allow explosive plays. We're going to stop the run. But the one area where we might be a little bit more susceptible is in the quick passing game, specifically to the outside and to wide receivers. That's sort of the one area. And so I think Green Bay has to do a little bit better job of countering that from time to time to say, hey, every once in a while, we're going to give you a green light to go and jump a throw, to go and make, because you just have to remind them of like, hey, we understand what you're doing. And yes, we're going to maybe risk that you might double move us and we might get caught from time to time, play a safety over the top, but you have to jump some of those just to remind them and say, hey, if you're just going to do quick passing game all game, we're going to be over this and we're going to be having opportunities to take the ball away. But right now, that's definitely a little bit of a kryptonite, and they've got to figure out a way to counter that better, because right now teams are just matriculating the ball down the field using that, and it's been a bit of an issue certainly through these last few games.
Andy Herman from Pack a Day Podcast talking to us this morning. Andy, going into the bye and now coming out of the bye, what was your main question mark? And was that or any question mark that you had cleared up? Was there anything you saw in this game against the Bengals that you could take away going, okay, that's good, I liked seeing X?
Yeah, I would say there's 4 things that I'm sort of keeping an eye on for the remainder of the season that I need to see improvement with at some point in order for me to believe that this is a true legitimate Super Bowl contender. Offensive line play, the play of the corners against top tier wide receivers, turnovers, and special teams. Those are the 4 things to me that need to show some form of consistent improvement. Let's start with the offensive line. I thought there were signs from the offensive line. We saw a much better rushing attack today. Jordan was under pressure a little bit, but not a ton of sacks or anything like that. Part of that was Jordan's great escapability. I didn't think this was a huge jump for the offensive line. I still have concerns, but there were small signs, especially as Zach Tom, Aaron Banks, Rasheed Walker, who have been banged up, got a little bit more ingrained in the game. I thought Zach Tom was a little bit rusty to start, but I thought they got better as the game went along. There's at least some positive signs there. It's still a question mark for me. Corners on the outside against top tier wide receivers, still a little bit of concern there. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, one-on-one situations, they kind of owned those against Green Bay, as did George Pickens against Green Bay a couple weeks ago. So still have a question mark a little bit there in those situations. To be fair, I did think there was some really tight coverage on numerous occasions, and Chase just made some ridiculous plays. Sometimes you have to tip your cap, but still a bit of a question mark for me. Turnovers, we talked about already, right? -1 in this game, haven't been able to generate them. Still a question. And then I did think special teams were better in this game. 2 penalties, which you still want to get cleared up. I thought both of those were a little bit ticky-tacky, but they were still 2 special teams penalties. But the field goal kicking and extra points went off without a hitch, despite having a backup kicker in there. I liked actually Romeo Doubs as a punt returner. I thought he was mostly decisive, other than that one where he took that 2-second pause, which I didn't love. I thought Savion Williams and Bo Melton were good at kick returning. So I did think special teams showed some signs this week of improvement, but those are the 4 question marks that I have. Overall, still have those as question marks going into Arizona and beyond.
Pack a Day Podcast. Andy, speaking of special teams, the kicker, I mean, he's the best kicker in the history of America, right? I mean, he's 5 for 5 as a Green Bay backer. You literally, I don't know if you know science or not, but you literally can't do better than 5 for 5. That's as good as you can do.
It's an awesome story, right? Because he was, just brought in the day before, has a monster game. And really that last field goal especially was a huge one, because that makes it a 2-possession game and really completely changes the dynamic.
He drilled it.
And he drilled it, right?
No
so
doubt.
That was awesome. The scouting report on Havrisik is basically from like 45 and in, he's awesome. And anything beyond 45, it's a bit of a roller coaster ride. And thankfully in this game, all of the kicks were 45 and under, including the extra points. But again, even a missed extra point in this game makes that final drive a 1-possession game. So he was phenomenal. You can't ask for anything more for a kicker you picked up off the street 24 hours before the game. And certainly to me, one of the MVPs of this game.
Did you watch Cena Styles?
I did not get to see
it. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You gotta.
Yeah, you gotta stop. You're spoiling everything.
I'm not spoiling.
There was
anything.
some sports
I'm
going
literally
on.
just telling you, sports entertainment happened.
I will go back. Actually,
Cena Styles was amazing.
I was up pretty early on that day, and it was actually this. I saw on Twitter that it was the start of the Cena Styles match, and I went to watch it. And I have the whole I have ESPN, I have Hulu, and I have Disney Plus, but I don't apparently have the special package that I need yet to watch the pay-per-view. So I didn't take the time to go and figure out the minutia of everything. But that was the only reason I didn't watch it live, actually.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll all get Mitch's login later.
Josh.
Andy Herman. You can follow him on Twitter at Andy Herman NFL. Of course, follow Pack a Day Podcast as well and get it wherever you get your podcast. He's joining us on the Fan. Guest hotline provided by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Thank you so much, Andy, for joining us here, talking a little bit of Packers. Before we focus in on NLCS Game 1 for the Milwaukee
Let's go.
Brewers. Where are you watching the game tonight?
Tonight, well, actually, I'm going to be in between my son's basketball and soccer practices, so I'm going to be watching a little bit on my phone.
Make
But
sure the
then once
phone's
I get
charged,
home. But
Yep.
Tuesday, I will be in Milwaukee at the game with the family, so I will
Yes.
be
Go.
NLCS.
Yes.
Let's go.
Love it.
Looking
love
forward
it.
to that.
Thank you, Andy. We appreciate you. We will read Pack a Day Podcast, follow, do everything else we can, listen to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Andy.
Appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon.
You bet.
Andy Herman from Pack a Day Podcast joining us. All right, we got the Nicolay Law fan talking text line is just blowing up. So many amazing things that I have to read. I have to make sure we get in. And it's going to blow up even more because next segment to end the show, as we always do, is What's Up, Wisconsin? We want to know what you got going on this evening. Obviously, there is a baseball game that should be a part of your night, but do you have something else going on? Are you going to be watching it like Andy Herman is from your phone? Let us know on the Nicolay Law fan talking text line 414-677-1250. You should be out at Kelly's Bleachers on Blue Mound. The Wisconsin Sports Daily with Sparky, served up by Wendy's starting at 2 p.m. there, and then Tommy Wartz getting you ready on the leadoff show. Both shows will be broadcasting live from Kelly's Bleachers on Blue Mound, courtesy of Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM. The Fan. Coming up next, it's What's Up, Wisconsin? I want to know, what do you got going on? I will tell you what we got going on today, and we will get to your texts on the Nicolay Law fan talking text line 414-677-1250. I'm Josh Albrecht. That's Mitch Nellis. You're listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Welcome back to The Fan. I'm Josh Albrecht with my buddy Mitch Thunder Nellis. You're listening to us live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at OnAirJosh. Mitch is at ThunderMKE. You can, of course, follow us at The Fan Milwaukee as well. You can be watching us, and you should have been, because we're having a lot of fun. There's fun to see on YouTube at The Fan Milwaukee. And we want you to be a part of the show on the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line, 414-677-1250, where you guys have been awesome all day long. This next segment is What's Up, Wisconsin? What's up? Did both parts there. We want to know what you got going on today. What you got going on the rest of the day? Obviously, tonight, Brewers, Dodgers from American Family Field, Game 1. That's the biggie. But we still want to know, are you going to be there? Are you going to be watching it with our boys down at Kelly's Bleachers, where, Tommy's going to be doing the leadoff show after Sparky does Wisconsin Sports Daily? You're going to be there. Tell us, what do you got going on? As you're getting those in, I got some texts. I got to clear up here. All right. First of all, Kristen from Green Bay says, I've been holding this question for Josh for about a year.
Ooh,
that's incredible.
God. That's amazing.
She said, I wanted a Brewers player jersey from the end of last season. Yep. I was undecided between Frelick and Terang, but had this whole, whichever one I got, something bad, trade, injury, etc., would happen. What would you choose? I ended up getting a jersey with no name because the decision was too much.
Wrong. That's the wrong decision.
Absolutely not, Kristen. I will not tell you how to fan.
Yeah,
I love the fact that the indecisiveness made you just go, you know what? I can't risk one of these guys getting hurt or traded. I need him too much on this Brewers team. I'll just not get a name. Here's the great thing, first of all, with our friends at the Brewers team store. You can take that jersey back
and get a name
and you can get a name put on it. You are not now stuck with a nameless jersey.
I'd go with Thunder 67.
However,
67.
If you want, you can still leave it nameless. It's worked pretty darn well for the Brewers so far. And there have just been a lot of names, a lot of people that have popped up. I used to always go, if I'm going with a player jersey, it was always, who do I have to worry about leaving the least?
Yeah, of course.
Because we live in Milwaukee, and we were so used to that. That's why so many Braun and
that's why Sean
jerseys
told us nobody gets pitchers jerseys, because pitchers always get hurt more than everybody else.
Correct. Or they sign multi-million huge deals to go play elsewhere.
With the Diamondbacks or Orioles or whoever.
Yeah, just to name a few.
Real quick, something I got going on tonight. There's new food tonight at AmFam Field for the NLCS. Birria ramen, I'm excited about. Beef birria, ramen noodles, onion, cilantro, and lime at the mac and cheese stands in the first and third base wards on field level. Then there's also a Jay Leinenkugel's RBI beef sandwich, thinly sliced roast beef on a toasted French roll with provolone cheese, jardinera, horsey aioli, and beef jus. You know what I love? I love a good beef jus.
Do
Josh,
you?
Love a good beef jus.
Man, you're pumped up.
Oh, jus.
I also asked, and we were talking about, is the Dodgers, are they rivals of the Brewers?
Good question.
And multiple people texted in about this. Jacob in the van said it's not a rivalry, but the memories are still fresh from 2018. Still fresh from 2018. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's 7 years ago. Still fresh from 2018. Adam from Glendale said, regarding the NLCS against the Dodgers, I did not view the Dodgers as a rival on the same view as the Cubs, obviously. They are, however, another big market team that everyone automatically defaults to, and we become the black sheep that seemingly doesn't belong there. It's time to take the Dodgers down, and we are not done yet.
Ooh,
I think it will be imperative for this team to remain focused and dialed in and not get too taxed because we beat the Cubs. The work isn't over yet. It's time to get a ring. Let's go, Adam.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I appreciate that.
Mrs. Thunder does think that it's a rivalry. And
okay.
At least for us. They're the biggest of the big market teams. So it's a rivalry for us, even if they don't view it that way.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't like that for me. That's tough. That's like, does that mean it's a rivalry, or does that mean like just we're like little brother and we hate big brother?
I feel like after this victory against the Cubs, everyone is now like the only thing that's left is making it to the World Series, and it just so happens to be against the Dodgers. I don't think there's a narrative like Brewers fans haven't enough room in their emotional mindset to include a rivalry, because we just went through that so much with the Cubs that now it's like, no, you just got to win. Just win and get to that next point. Also, going through What's Up Wisconsin, as I mentioned, people letting us know what they got going on tonight, where they're watching the game, what they have going on. Bob from Minneapolis said, bowling league tonight, hoping I'll get back to a 200 average. Me too, Bob. Hope to reach my goal of 3 clean games. It's not as easy as everyone might think. We'll be curious on how many Minnesota people will be pulling for the Brewers. There were a portion of Twins fans pulling for the Brewers last week. Yes, that will be interesting. Good luck tonight as well. Josie, our friend Josie, says, I'll be at the game with my brother, LFG. We will see you there, Josie. Correct. Love you, girl. We will see you there. 414 says, I'm watching at home. Got chili dogs on lockdown. Chili dogs for the game tonight.
Ain't nothing wrong with a chili dog.
Let's go.
I don't know what time I'm going to the game because I'm going as media. So I can't wear my Brewers gear, of course. But I might try to go to pregame, which I did not do in the NLDS. I don't know. Like, it's a lot of time to sit around doing nothing, but it's also like pretty cool to be at the ballpark at 4:00.
Sure. So, well, I mean, you could also stop by Kelly's Bleachers first and say hi to Sparky. He'll be doing.
If I go early,
yeah, he'll be doing Wisconsin Sports
park.
Daily. Yeah, you can do that as well. Let's see here. Someone else here, get a name. Don't have a name here. Said bowling league as well at New Berlin Ale House with Monday Night Football and the NLCS on all the screens. Can't imagine a better October Monday evening. Let me tell you this, 414. There better not be a Monday Night Football game on those screens. No, this is the NLCS. I'm sorry, Monday Night Football. I don't even know who's playing tonight. I didn't look at Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football is insignificant tonight.
There's 2 games, which I hate.
Okay?
Hate 2 games.
Both of them, insignificant. Yeah. Don't care.
Although I will probably have the score up on my laptop at the game tonight. Although all my fantasy matches are done. So again, yeah, I don't. 920 writes in real quick. Dodgers and Brewers, it's a rivalry like Packers and Cowboys in the 90s. I hate them, but not as much as the Scrubs. That's fair.
That's fair.
Like, we always hated the Bears and Vikings more, but we did hate the Cowboys in the 90s.
There are plenty of reasons to not like the Dodgers. I still don't know if it makes it a rivalry game. If there's enough bad blood between the two teams to look at it beyond just, I hate the Dodgers because they have a lot of money and they spend it on big players. That might be all that's there. Our plans for tonight, I'm going to be at the game. I'm not positive who I'm going with, but I'm going to be there. I'm very excited to be there. If you see me, please say hi. I will be freaking out as I usually do. And as it gets closer, I can't even imagine how things are going to be. Mitch is going to be there as well. Might be a little bit more difficult to run into him as he is going to be not in the stands. But as he's walking around, make sure to say hi to Thunder as well. We appreciate everyone who tuned in today to the show. Make sure to keep it right here for 9 to noon with Kuhn. Coming up next, I'm Josh. That's Josh? Mitch. That's correct. And you have been listening live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
I feel like we got a minute left here, don't we?
What
should we talk about?
Oh, we do have a minute left.
We have all this time.
You do. You're right. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I'm just like, are you nervous?
I'm so nervous that I'm going out a minute early.
You're like, I'm done.
I'm ready for the game.
Yes. Are you going to eat?
I'm letting this music play.
Are you eating at the game or before the game?
I don't know. People were talking about the weather. People were saying it's going to be bad weather. Right. Now it's going to clear up and the weather's fine.
Some rain potentially happening.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm going to listen. I'm going to
just got invited to a tailgate. I'm not going.
Someone is going to have to remind me to eat because I'm going to be freaking out about the game. I'm already freaking out. I was freaking out this morning. Before this morning, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't freaking out about this game because I wasn't thinking about this game. Yeah. Now it's here. It's here. We've been saying that since 6 a.m. The game's here. Now I'm freaking out. Now I'm worrying about it. And now we're getting out